All right, what is going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday. We are live on all of our platforms, so we are killing it. I look very shiny over on TikTok. Let me know if that's the case over on all the other platforms. But we are back. We are here on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Facebook for another lovely bowling live stream. We got a lot of people hopping in already. Great to see a lot of regulars hopping in to kick everything off. I see Will. What's going on? He got here at 4 o'clock, by the way. Will was really early. We posted the live probably like 3-ish hours ago. So congratulations, Will. You were the first one by a mile. Spunky, what's going on? Dawn, thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you again. Steph, what's up? New channel? No, I don't think so. I hope, no, it shouldn't be. Ray, let's go. David, what's up? Like and subscribe. Yes, listen to David. David's a smart dude. Randall, what's going on? Let's see. Can I read it now from my other chat? I cannot. No, I can after Gabriel's. White Monster is still the best monster. Oh, 100%. Yeah, White Monster is still goated. Absolutely. Jeremy Hatcher, what's up? Wayne, what's going on? How's your petition for the direct hit tour V1 going? Oh, really well. Yeah. No, I burned the it's like that Symbol Monkey story from Stephen King. Very few people are probably going to get this reference. He had a short story where like they had a symbol monkey and you like burned it and it came back and then you threw it away or you put it on a truck and it came back. That's kind of like my torpedo direct hit. It just keeps showing up at my doorstep. James, what's going on? Reese, what's up? CK Line, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. What's going on TikTok, folks? We got a lot of you hanging out already. Seth White over on Twitch. What's going on? Just got back from bowling. Nice. Love to hear it. Kaya, what's up over on Twitch as well? Pool to Joe. What's up, guys? Seth, your essay is going okay, nowhere near done. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, really cool thing. By the way, Seth, who's over in the Twitch chat, actually is writing an essay about me, which is super cool, with me included in it, which is awesome. So huge shout out to Seth for doing that. I'm excited to see it. James, have you ever had an entire bad week at every league? What's been your longest slump? Oh, all the time are going through slumps. Yeah, every year there's always a stretch where like I'm just not throwing the ball in a normal way. It happens in bowling. Your two options are take a break or out bowl it. Like by out bowling it, you just bowl a lot more, try to get through that slump, or you take a couple weeks off and then try to wait it out and see if that helps. Those are my two options. Jeremy looking Clark Kentish on YouTube. Everyone says that. Is it the glasses? What is the reason that people keep making a Clark Kent reference? Seth, thank you for the 100 bits. As you notice, we did a few modifications to the stream in between last week and this week. One of them is we have a ton of our notifications actually showing up on the screen now. So if you follow, subscribe, give bits, do anything and everything except on TikTok. TikTok has its own bit of things that are going on. Audio is messed up. Uh-oh. What do you mean the audio is messed up? Maybe this time I'll notice a difference. Uh-oh. All right. I will have to check that out on TikTok. Man, let me see what's going on quick. Oh, there always has to be something. Always has to be something. Do you guys know what it is? I unfortunately can't hear it. Sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, let me know what it sounds like over there on TikTok. See if it's working. Weird. Mike, congratulations on the new sponsors. Oh, that's awesome. But thank you so much, Mike, for the sponsor. Yeah, a few quick announcements for the channel. We are now partnered with G Fuel. So G Fuel Energy, I actually have their nice little guy right here. So we are partnered by G Fuel Energy. You can get 20% off at checkout now. As anyone who watches the lives knows, I'm a massive fan. Maybe this time I don't know. Yeah, let me know on TikTok, by the way, if things are sounding good or bad. It looks okay on my end now, but it might still be busted. I can't really tell, which is a little unfortunate. It's all right. I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Oh, the offset time is off, I think. Try that out, maybe. Okay, anyways, but we have G Fuel as a partner now. 20% off if you use code ZVL Bowling for any stuff there. If you watch the channel, you know I really love energy drinks, and that's just a daily thing that I drink. So this was a really cool opportunity that came up. Otherwise, we are now also partnered with bowling.com. Bowling.com is an online retailer for bowling balls. Super, super cool places. I don't know, is all I hear. Okay, we'll see. Hey, Revs on the left, if you're on TikTok, let me know how things sound. Things are good or bad. But we are partnered with bowling.com now, who is an online retailer. We posted a video yesterday, our Copper Drop, which had a ton of their early deals on it. So it's going to be awesome working with them. We have a lot of really cool videos coming up in the near future with them. But yeah, a couple big sponsorships on the channel. Really cool. Really fun to see all those things going on. Seth is just spamming those bits over on Twitch. Love it. All right, let's catch back up over here. Clem, love your videos. Thanks, Clem. Really appreciate it, man. Steven, how would you classify the Piranha Power Core Pearl? Medium sharp. Yeah, medium sharp. That one's higher RG, medium differential. I thought it was going to suck. It didn't suck, which was a good sign. But yeah, it's definitely like on the weaker end of medium sharp is where I see it. Aaron, what's going on? Here we are a week later. Oh yeah, time absolutely flies. I have nobody on TikTok telling me if it sounds bad, which is not good. We're going to try to figure it out on our own. I don't know if I can. Oh, wait, I can go to my other account. I can go to my reviews channel and try it out. Let's see. I think it's good. Maybe not. Oh, wow, that's bad. All right, never mind. Ending. It just kept repeating one thing that I said over and over again. That was awesome. All right, we're going to try running it back. All right, sorry for the delay. Okay, let's keep catching up on chat. Ray, first 300 Thursday with my Widowmania. Hey, love that. Nice little 790 series. Love to hear that. Widowmania is looking good. It's looking really good, which is awesome. Grumpo, what's going on? Steph, what do you think of the Origin EX? Origin EX was like, it was mediocre. It was fine. It was in a part of the bag that nobody really asks for. Seth with the 1 or with the 11 bits. Thank you, Seth. It's in a part of the bag that like no one really looks for. That's kind of where that Equinox Solid is as well. It's not that top of this top strong. It's not that bottom of the bottom weak for like that strong category. It was fine. I think it's good for house shots is where I see it best, but it's just kind of niche. It's still not good on TikTok, Don. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's still doing it? Are you kidding? What the heck? Why is it doing that yet? What is happening over on TikTok? Holy cow. Everything is broken over there. It keeps repeating me saying this time I'll notice a difference. That's incredible. All right, let me keep trying to answer comments while we fix this. Gabriel, did you try the Dragon Ball Z energy drink? No, I've never seen that before. I know you posted it. I have no idea what it was. It looked absolutely wild. Let me try switching from my wavelength. Let's go back to wavelength. Okay, is my wavelength working okay? Like, as long as you guys can hear me over here. Pond, I'm trying to complete my 6-ball arsenal. For now, I'm considering getting a Tour V1, Venom Shock, and or ROCKSTAR Amped. Yeah, I would only get 2 of those. I would go like, I like your idea of getting a Venom Shock and then either the Amped or the Tour V1, one or the other. Hey, Matt Tubby, thank you so much. Liking the stream, appreciate it. I hope that doesn't show up every time somebody likes the stream. That'll be a lot. Oh boy, I didn't think of that. All right, it looks like Elgato Wavelength. We're good there. And I don't think it's good over here yet. Let me try resetting my TikTok lives. That might be better. Oh, the perks of trying to live stream. You sometimes have issues. David, what's going on? Just got a Gremlin and ordered a Typhoon. That's a pretty good combo, honestly. I think there's the Gremlin is definition of medium sharp, and then the Typhoon is at that bottom of weakened sharp. So that's a good 1-2 combo, I think. Okay, now it looks like it's working a lot better. Try it again. Run it back. Let's see what happens. Steph sounds good on YouTube. Perfect. Kaya, tell me why I'm over here looking at the shadow tanks if I actually need another new ball. So I want to warn you guys about that shadow tank. There's been an insane amount of hype on that bowling ball. And it is not a ball that 95% of you need at all, right? Like, it is not a bowling ball that is going to be a necessity in many situations. In general, a purple hammer is going to be better for you. A pitch black is going to be better for you. But overall, I think those are going to be, let me go over here. Those, like, it's just not needed. Uh-oh. Seth, I hope that's not a spam that's happening right now. Sorry, with all the changes that I did to things, I did not really play test any of it, so I am gonna have to go and mute some of the alert boxes. Twitch, bits. We need a minimum 100. There we go. YouTube. I think we're good. All right, we're gonna try that now. Better. Yeah, I honestly don't think that the Shadow Tank is the most necessary ball in the world. It is just like if you need a black hammer instead of a purple hammer, like it's going to go very straight, be very slow. It looks like an IQ 78. So I'd hold off on that Shadow Tank for a while. If you bowl PBA events, I think it's a necessity for any motive guys. It is 100% needed. If you don't bowl PBA events, avoid it for a while. Right now, we've had a lot of weird motive. I don't know what happened, but motive over the last couple of months or last couple of releases, a lot of the ball reviewers that they send equipment to before they get announced are super, super insanely like, this is the greatest ball ever, even for the ones that are not. And the Shadow Tank is getting a lot of love and praise for not being anything special right now. Like, it's a hard urethane that most bowlers don't need. So be wary of that ball specifically. Be very, very wary of that ball. Jeremy, any rules of thumb for old nib equipment? Drill after a certain time. So the thing to remember with older equipment is that it is old equipment is it hardens. Like any equipment, anything, any reactive ball hardens after it's poured for like 2-ish years. So after that 2-year time frame, that's the hardest the ball is going to be, and that's honestly the worst the ball is going to be. So if it is old and new in box, you can drill it. It's going to be weaker. Anything before like 2018 is going to be super weak for today's condition. Not super weak, but much weaker than it would have been back in 2018 in today's conditions because we just put out more oil. So be wary of that. It also goes for a very pretty penny a lot of the time. John, Jackal Ghost tried it in Yellow Jacket tonight. Ooh, love it. Eddie Campbell, if a bowling alley strips the lanes twice and then oils the lane, how would that affect the lanes? What balls should I bring? So the reason what's happening to your voice, is this still happening? No way. TikTok is still broken. No shot. There's no way. It's still broken. What is going on? Oh, TikTok is wild right now. That's surreal. It keeps breaking and I have no idea how to fix it. Oh, that's lovely. God, I love TikTok live streams. Cool. Yeah, so if they strip the lanes twice, that usually if they strip them twice, then put a pattern down, it's going to be a very crisp down lane. So you're going to have a lot more back end reaction than you would if they didn't do that. Because usually, even if a oiling machine goes and tries to strip the lanes or clean the lanes when it's putting down a new pattern, it will miss a little bit. And then you're going to notice your ball be a little smoother because it kind of acts like there's carry down lane. Now, if they completely strip them multiple times, there's going to be no carry down lane. So the ball is going to come off the back of the pattern really, really sharp. So smoother stuff is going to be your best friend. I just cannot believe TikTok is doing this to me. I have no idea what to do, man. Like, do I need to pick a different microphone or something? I have no idea. Mic in. Let's try one more time. I've gone live about 19 times. Let's make it 20. Steven, the Power Core Pearl is my best ball. Really? That's awesome to hear that ball's that good. I don't know. I like I said, I was against the Power Core Pearl. I'm against a lot of the Columbia 300 remake bowling balls because they're usually just upcharged bowling balls that would have had a different name that they slap a remake logo on to try to sell a little better. I'm personally not a fan of that because they're just trying to hit that nostalgia factor, and nostalgia is good to hit, but they just keep doing it over and over again. So I always have a negative taste about those balls before they come out in that way. And then most of the beginning ones, like the first 5 to 10 were really, really bad. They just were not as good or even decent compared to a lot of the other Brunswick stuff. But yeah, now finally the Super Cuda Pearl and the Piranha Pearl actually look pretty decent. Now, it looks like we're going to have another one getting announced sometime in the next week or so. Brunswick has started doing their stereotypical releases for like new ball is coming and then give like little weird drop teasers that aren't actually teasers. And they said something about Columbia that like we're bringing this one back. So it's got to be another throwback ball. Sounding better, Gabriel? Awesome. Good to hear. Perfect. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Something happened with the mic where it must have just kept catching one piece of audio just on repeat. So that was unfortunate. Let me know if anything sounds bad yet on TikTok throughout the night too. It'd be really appreciated. Kayla, I think I'm just going to stay here for the night because maybe this time we'll notice a difference. It's sending me in. I'm waking my baby up. I am so sorry. It sounds like it's better now on TikTok is what it seems like. It's what others are saying. Grumpa, league was tough last night. Seemed like they either didn't fully remove Sunset Strip before laying the pattern down or there was no oil when they laid it down. Now, a drop on any ball. That's never a fun night. Reese, did Motive retire the Jackal EJ? So Motive did remove the Jackal EJ from their ball guide. That's just because it was a limited release. So Motive removes things from their ball guide when they have no more in their own personal warehouse. So you'll see like I'll make a video that, hey, Motive Ball ABC was discontinued. It stays on the ball guide for a really long time. Though Motive Evoke is still on the ball guide and it's been discontinued for 2 months. That's because Motive still has some in their warehouse. So once Motive themselves get rid of all of their inventory, that is when they take the ball away from the ball guide. And that's where the Jackal EJ is. That's why they just redid the entire ball guide to remove that bowling ball. So that's what happens there. David subbed in my first league, now averaging 174. There you go. And was asked to sub in a competitive league. Hey, love to hear that. Love to hear that. Alec, do you think the Equinox Solid would be a good game 1 ball on a shorter sport pattern? That one's a little bit tough. The Equinox Solid is quicker than you'd think. So I did put out a ball review this week. Last Friday, I was able to work with friend of the channel, Don, and be able to see him throw his Equinox Solid against a couple other Brunswick bowling balls. The ball was a little quicker than you'd think. It wasn't as tumbly or as slow as I expected with that Equinox core. The cover of it did make it still fairly quick down lane. So that was really good to see. So I don't think that would be your play unless you have a ton of, or if you're very up the back of the ball, not much axis rotation, that's when it would be good. Otherwise, I think that Ion Max, RST Hyperdrive, those kinds of bowling balls will be that little bit better on those shorter sport patterns. They'll be a little more forward off the spot compared to that Equinox. James, let's talk pizza for a second. Deal. What's your perfectly top pizza have on it? Oh, sausage and whatever else. I'm not a pepperoni guy. I'm very much team sausage. So yeah, any kind of sausage pizza, that's my go-to. Aaron, want to apologize for your short-term memory. All good. When I asked you last time if you would make a storm ball, did you say it would be medium sharp or some kind of gap? If you will make a storm ball, yeah, unfortunately, I will never be on that group, but I don't remember what I said in all honesty. Duncan, why do you think no one is comparing the ROCKSTAR amp to the Zen 25? It's a little bit surprising, I know. I think Chris Barnes did a really good job in his review. They do incredible work with doing comparisons. No one else has really done that. Josh Tajiri did a lot of awesome ones as well, but yeah, no one's really compared it to the Zen. Overall, it does seem like it's a little bit weaker than that Zen core. It does flare less. So it seems like it's that little bit weaker, but it has a similar ball shape. It's very round. It's not very quick off the back of the pattern, which fits really well with what the ROCKSTAR is as a solid ball. So it is unfortunate, but I think we have a lot of really good comparisons right now to look at it if you just piece a lot of the ball reviews together, which is never the easiest thing to do, but it works sometimes. All right, let me catch up back over here. Timmy, I'm a two-hander with a 410 to 430 rev rate. What solid should I get? You might like some kind of weaker solid. Honestly, a Cove, even though it's a hybrid, might be kind of good for you. Jerry, what's up? And you said, just put out my video for the Equinox Solid. Balls fired. Love to hear that. Love to hear it. Killsy, I just drilled my first ball today. The guy kept asking questions. Should I know about drilling one? or questions. What should I know about drilling one? So if it's your first ball, honestly, you do not need to know much. That's where your pro shop should step in and be able to answer a lot of those questions for you. If it's your very first bowling ball, they might ask you like right or left-handed, of course, one-handed or two-handed. So hopefully you know those specs, and then they should just measure the ball. And they should put something a little more generic on it because you've never had a bowling ball before. So we give a generic pin placement and a generic layout that will it be perfect? Maybe, maybe not, but you're still learning the game. So your positive access point and all of your stats are ever changing. So they shouldn't ask you too many like crazy questions. Brad, what will be the best weak sharp ball for a very rev dominant two-handed? You might just like a tropical surge. That might not be the worst play, or a hammer raw. Something super, super low, especially if you're that rev dominant, then that's when those balls are going to be best for you. Carito, can you do a quick review of the kingpin? The kingpin, from what I remember, went really forward off the end of the pattern. And the, what was the last ones? The mindset was supposed to be a remake of the kingpin a little bit. So it is basically just strong, smooth, super slow bowling ball. Very old too, very old. Gabriel, I think I drank a white monster a little too late, went to a bowling alley, and I haven't gone in a while. 139, 210, 120. That's an awesome set. I love that. Tim Cornish, can you explain flare to me like I'm 5? Yes, absolutely. Quick TLDR for what flare is for 30 seconds. When a bowling ball rolls down the lane, it's not just rolling over the same spot the entire time. If you roll like, if I would roll everyone's favorite Pokeball that we have here, it would roll over one line and that's it. Because a bowling ball has weight in it, it actually is changing how it's rolling as it's going down the lane. And every time the ball rolls in a different spot, there's a different oil ring that shows up. The more oil rings that show up that are wider apart, the more flare a ball has. So the more flare a ball has, the stronger the ball is going to be. The earlier it hooks and the smoother it's going to be. The one, just finished your high school practice. Nice. Love it. How'd that go? ZLS, can you recommend medium to light oil? Which symmetrical pearl? You have a ton of options. Look in my weak and sharp category for any of the brands, and you're going to see a lot of good options. High Road 40 is my personal favorite on the market right now, though. I think High Road 40 is probably the best one at this point. That thing's so good. It's fun to see how good that ball is. Dottie Classics, I'm seeing more support for the Widow Mania versus the RST Hyperdrive. I'm leaning towards Widow Mania. No, the Widow Mania has a cult following. Anything with a Black Widow on the side is going to be a fan favorite. It does not matter what they put out. They put out a spare ball with a Black Widow on the side, and it was the best-selling spare ball at the time. Even though it had the Black Widow core and it was like $160 or something crazy. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, the Black Widow is always going to be a fan favorite. It just rolls so good for the average bowler compared to everybody else. And that's where that RST Pearl, the Hyperdrive Pearl, just really isn't going to be able to top it in a lot of ways unless it's really, really, really good. Just trying to topple the Black Widow is one of the toughest things to do in bowling. It is just so beloved. Lamont, your thoughts on the Track Theorem Solid? Track Theorem Solid is a really good house shot ball, especially early on into the night. That is where that ball really excels because it's pretty much just a stronger phase 2. It's still asymmetrical, but it rolls like a symmetrical ball where it gives you a lot of room when there's a little more oil and you need something to not be too angular off the dry. That's why the Theorem Solid is really, really getting some action right now, and it's going to get some action for a while. That ball is just fantastic. No, I just picked up the Hyperdrive Pearl and Ember to pair with your Rockstar and High Road. Nice. Do you think the Equinox 40 or Equinox Solid would fit? Yeah, I think so. Equinox Solid into a Rockstar is a good combo, so that would really get you close to that full 6-ball arsenal. Alec, could the Primal Ghost and Primal Shock complement each other? I think they're a little too close, is my guess. The Primal Shock has that, again, solid cover stock, but it's a Venom Shock cover versus the Jackal cover. Those are closer than a lot of people think. The Venom Shock is definitely more cover dominant than core dominant. So I think they're close. The Primal Shock is a little bit quicker. So if you have different surface prep on them, you bring like the Primal Ghost to 2000 grit, you bring the Primal Shock to 4000 grit, I think they can then fit well together. Seth, I'm so sorry. Don't worry, Seth. Don't worry. I just didn't realize that I had it on for 1 bit, and that's like a Twitch rule of thumb of make sure that pop-ups don't appear when someone's just putting 1 bit, because 1 bit is 1 penny. Jeremy Hatcher, depends. Garrett, more versatile piece, Hammerhead or Effect Tour? I would say Effect Tour. Effect Tour seems to work in more conditions, and the Effect Tour is really good at telling you when it's really bad. So when the Effect Tour is not the ball you should have in your hand, it will tell you, do not throw me. You'll be leaving some really weird stuff, some really weird ball reaction. You know, get out of that ball. But it's usable on more conditions than something like the Hammerhead. Dan, happy Wednesday. Thanks, Dan. Same to you. Same to you. Chad, where does the absolute fall to the identity and attention star? I would say it's before them both. I think it's earlier than both of those balls. Revs, TikTok was off. Yeah, I think we fixed it now. Chad Ramos, absolute start, absolute identity. I think that absolute start, if that was the overseas solid one, then yes. I currently just bowl league. I currently don't even own urethane. Nah, you don't have to if you just bowl league. Don't worry about that. Grump, I'm in a tournament to win either the Shadow Tank or the Rain. Yeah, I would avoid the Shadow Tank. Just go for the Rain. The Rain looks good. I'm still worried about it because there hasn't been a Raptor that everybody has loved ever. So I'm curious to see why this Raptor Rain is getting so much attention over the last 2 weeks. It feels weird. It feels really sus why it is being so harped on as the greatest ball of the year. It's just odd. And like, I hope it is. I hope it is for Motive. That'd be awesome. I love seeing that kind of success. It's just, it immediately set off like alarms in my head of like, why does everybody now love the Raptor series when it was the worst series for the longest time that Motive had? Kaya, we hit Noah. I don't have a urethane. However, tournament is coming up and one of the patterns is short. That is where I think urethane is a necessity, is on short sport patterns. While it's allowed, nothing can beat it on short patterns. It's the ball that you use. So 100%, I'd recommend one just for that. Sounds like Raptor fluff. That's what I'm worried about, Nerdy, is like, I don't know what people are sent on that early send list from all the ball companies. Like all the other content creators out there putting out ball reviews, almost all of them are on an early send list from these various ball companies. Like I'm fully opening up the transparency here. I don't know if I can or can't say it. The bowling companies don't tell me anything, so we're good. But basically they are on early send lists, and then they get some marketing and some descriptions from the company of like, this is what the ball is. It's usually more detailed than what they put on their actual website. I even know as pro shops, we sometimes get a little extra blurb on what the bowling ball does and what it's best for, but these guys really get a lot more. So I don't know if they're, being asked like, hey, say some really good things about this ball. We think it's going to be really good, or what is in those contracts. I don't really know. It's just so sus. Again, I hope it's good. I hope I'm being a conspiracy theorist here, but it just sounds weird. And I know a couple of them out there that that are always are saying like, this is the greatest thing ever and you need to buy 4 of these balls. Also, for the record, if anybody ever tells you to buy 2 of the same ball, just ignore it. Do not buy 2 of the same ball. It's not worth it unless the one is dying out on you. It's just, I can never believe when people say it like, you need 2 of this ball. No, you don't. No, please don't. Mike, I asked you about coaching last week. You nailed it. Worked on 3 things and it helped a lot. Hey, love to hear that. Love to hear that. Glad it worked. Seth, do you have a favorite bowler? Not really. No, I'm not big on like, this is my favorite guy out there. I have a lot of guys I like, but I don't have like a favorite pro or anything. Mike, he sabotaged my TikTok. He did. Kai, I'm currently have and use the Jackal Ghost, Venom Shock, Evoke Hysteria. Yeah, and you have a really good arsenal, Kai. I think we've talked about that one before, and I really like your Motive arsenal. I think it's good. Randall, are there indicators for a new bowler that the ball is too light or too heavy? So usually when you're growing up, like as a kid, you go for 10% of the body weight is the first ball that you get. So if you're a kid, if you're like 9 years old and you're 80 pounds. I don't know if that's accurate for a 9-year-old kid. I don't have kids. I'm just guessing here. 9-year-old kid who's 80 pounds, we usually want to start you off with an 80-pound ball and then just go up until you get to like that 13, 14, 15 range. But once you get to like 15-ish years old, we just try to slowly get you to that 14 or 15 in whatever way possible. Now, easy indicators that tell the ball is too light or heavy is just your ball speed. If you're throwing the ball at 8 miles an hour, the ball's too heavy. If you're throwing the ball at 20 miles an hour, the ball's too light, or you're using way too much muscle. Wayne can confirm the Power Core Pearl is good. Replace my Scorpion Strike. Wow, that's a big thing. That is a big thing. That is very huge. Don, what is going on? Don Clifton is back in the chat. CK, I just drove my first ball. Oh, we hit that one already. Professor Turtle Guy, the greatest name we have on YouTube. I'm thinking about the original high road with surface for your weak smooth. That can be an option. That ball is really, really smooth compared to a lot of the other equipment that's out there. So that could be a decent play. Holy cow. TikTok is getting peppered with comments right now. So I'm going to try to catch up there. Let's see where we are at. That guy G throwing a hammer effect and love it. Should I consider the maximum? If you need a ball that hooks earlier, yes. If you don't want anything that hooks earlier than that effect, stay away from the max effect. Then stay away. That ball hooks so early and is so slow. Gabriel, it's a Dragon Ball Z warrior power. I mean, might as well try it. Brad, been thinking about getting the Venom Shock because I've never had one. If you've never tried Motive and you want to try a Motive ball, get the Venom Shock. That should be your first introduction into Motive. And then if you like that or not, can tell you about a lot of the other balls they have. Kirito, love your videos. Learned so much. I'm trying to get more serious into bowling. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really, really appreciate that, man. Means a lot. Gabriel, still good over here. Awesome. JJ, am I rev or speed dominant? 21 off the hand, 525 revs. I think you're pretty close to balance because that is a very high rev, high speed player. Very high rev, very high speed. Shane, would the Equinox Solid be a good ball to fill your bag? Identity, Rockstar, Phase 5, Phase, I don't know what the Phase ALZ. I'm guessing, I don't know what that is actually. Phase AI, gotta be. Yeah, I think it would go in front of the Identity and in front of the Rockstar. So I think that'd be a good spot to hit. I should preface, by the way, we are jumping around to a lot of different chats right now because we're live on everything that I showed down below. And I realized I forgot to put Facebook on there, but we're live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Facebook as well. If you want to go watch in a different format or you want to help support the channel, make sure to give a follow or subscription in all those places. Best way to help support us, best way to help us keep doing all of these. But we are reading from TikTok chat and then a combined chat for Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Unfortunately, the restream process doesn't work for all of those platforms. So if I'm reading off a different chat or you're not seeing these messages, I'm probably reading off the other ones. So just FYI there, but also make sure to subscribe if you haven't or follow. It really helps out. Amazing Robin. People resell their bowling balls for better rates than you can trade in a car. 180 new, 120 drilled ones. Yeah, some people are a little too crazy on that side of like reselling. Like we just unfortunately had somebody in our Discord, Jerbear, who he bought a ball and it looks like it got shipped to the wrong address, and that guy tried reselling it on eBay and he was successfully able to resell it, which was insane, for an insanely big price. But yeah, overall, the black market for bowling stuff is crazy weird, where you can sell a ball that you've used for 200 games for $50 less than you bought it for, which is weird but you can't really tell how many games a ball has on it minus all the scratches and stuff on it. So that's a tough piece. Hanson, I just got, or Aaron, I figured they say medium sharp. Oh yeah, Hanson, I just got a used Motive Cruel C51. Oh, that's an oldie. For high rev 2-hander, go like a 5-inch pin and a 3-inch buffer and or 3-inch PSA to pap, or no, 5-inch PSA to pap, and like I don't know, like a 2-inch pin to cog. It's probably best. 5x5x2, I think would be best. Eric Condell, how much of a difference will timing be going from 15 to 14? You're going to notice if you switch, you're going to have a little bit quicker timing. Like the ball's going to go faster in your swing, so your feet might have to be a little bit quicker. Some people don't notice any timing differences, so that sometimes is the case too. But most of the time, you're going to notice that little bit of quickness in your swing because it's just that much faster. Aaron, heck, since we're talking pizza, plain with extra sauce on top. There. Flyfell, as a balanced bowler, what's a strong, very angular ball? Well, the most angular ball in the market right now is probably that Hater Pearl from Deviate. So if you're balanced, that's probably your best bet. Grumpa, got another mystery box from Bowler's World. No Evoke Hysteria or Hyperdrive Pearl. No. Yeah, the max effect is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Professor Turtle, I'm also considering the New Blue. New Blue is a good ball. New Blue is a good ball for house shots. Which is weird because it's supposed to be like a fake urethane, but no, it's really good for house shots. Especially if you put a little bit of surface on it, like bring it to 3000 grit. That's where it excels. Revs, what is the best B7 tour ball? Envy Tour, Effect Tour, or Widow Tour? Definitely the Envy Tour is still number one. Envy Tour is tough to beat. Now, while my Envy Tour sucks, Everybody else's is really good. I would say Effect Tour is next. The Black Widow Tour hasn't been out that long. And honestly, since release, there's been such little marketing and such little push for that ball that I really have barely seen it. I haven't seen many people throw it in my area. I think it's going to get more ignored than the other Black Widows. It had a lot of hype, but because Brunswick did their thing where they tried getting the ball out before Storm could, I think that ended up hurting them more than actually helping them, which is unfortunate. Robert Young, thank you for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you again. Thank you so much for the $10. Really appreciate it. It means a ton. Biggie, I'm thinking of going for a mystery box. So I always recommend a mystery box if you don't care what you get. You're going to get a Brunswick ball. 90% of them are going to be Brunswick bowling balls, but it could be anything and everything in between. It could be whatever on the Brunswick spectrum. So if you don't care what you get and you're fine with getting a Brunswick ball, go for it. You can sometimes get crazy lucky and get like an overseas ball or get like a maximum effect or something that just released, or you can get unlucky and get a Brunswick Beyond Infinity. It's a possibility too, where I actually lost money because the Beyond Infinity was $90 at the time. Love when that happens. Love when that happens. Hey, Jake Man, what's going on? Good to see you. Tim the Tapman fan. What ball would you suggest for me? I only bowl in League and I have the Venom Shock. You might like a Pearl Ball to go with it. Pearl Ball of like, you said Venom Shock. You might like a Hyper Venom or a Primal Rage. That might be a good combo for you. Might be a good option. Oh, I can't play my thing over there. Shoot. James, is the new Raptor too much of a jump to replace a Trident Odyssey? Yes. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a step up from the Trident Odyssey. It's definitely going to be smoother and bigger. Jeremy Hatcher, info on the red oil doesn't carry down as much as blue, gives all the Power Edge stuff the slimy feel. Yeah, I was shocked to hear that. I was shocked to hear that Bolero actually got Kegel to make a unique oil for them. Now, maybe it's just marketing and it's actually just Fire and Ice, just with different names for Bolero centers, but whatever it may be, yeah, it seems like the blue is slicker and it carries down more, but it seems like, yeah, the red doesn't carry down as much, which is good to hear. I mean, it's good to know what kind of oil you bowl on. That's really important. CJ, best symmetrical, strong, smooth. Rev dominant league bowler, symmetrical. Raptor Rain's going to be up there now. Otherwise, stealth mode is going to be really good there in phase 2. RJ is 2 3/8 by 5 3/4 by 3 1/4 is strong. That is a very interesting layout. It seems like the ball is going to be fighting itself a little bit on that layout, so I don't know if I'd recommend that. Mike, we talked about the coaching. Hey, JR, what's going on? We got JR Pro Shop hanging in the chat again. Always love to see that. What was it last time? Just plugging. This is your plugging bowling balls thing to listen to, right? You always got to have something. Last night when I was plugging stuff at our pro shop, it was Beef and Barnsey. I was listening to their takes on the ROCKSTAR Amped. Billy, have you tried using short pins instead of urethane? I am 0 for 2 on short pin bowling balls. I've tried it 2 times. I tried it on a Stealth and I tried it on another ball. I don't remember what. That was longer ago. They both were terrible. Both of them rolled over my thumb. Both of them did not roll good at all. It was not worth it. I wanted to bring it to nationals last year and it was terrible. I was super excited about it. Used up this Stealth that I bought and just not worth it. So I personally don't like it much, but that's for my game. Other guys do have more success for it. Overall, though, urethane is better. Urethane is better than short pin for 98% of people out there. Some people do like short pin better. Good for them, but most of us out there like urethane better. Peter, what's your opinion on the Brunswick Hypnotize? Hypnotize was forgotten about. Hypnotize was good. It was a little more angular than a Mesmerize was pretty much the only kick to it. But it was good. It was super expensive. $190 for that ball probably was a little too much, but it was fine. It's on sale right now for like $140. So if you go check out our new sponsors, bowling.com, you can get one for fairly cheap. It's a good, super strong ball though. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. Enzo Hammerhead or Hammerhead to Hammer Anger, anything in between. Yeah, you could fit like a Piranha Power Core Pearl. You could fit a GB5 Hybrid. You could fit a Super Cuda Power Core Pearl. You can almost fit a Crown Victory there. Like you have a lot of options for what you could put there. The one, could a Pride Liberty as a middle and smooth ball be good if you have an Ion Max and New Blue? Yeah, it's going to be a little quick because that ball wants to be a little sharper down lane, but that's a good spot for the Pride Liberty. So, before I hit our next comments, I'm about 10 minutes behind right now on comments, but we had one brand new bowling ball get announced last week, and that was the brand new Rotogrip ROCKSTAR Amped. It's just a Pearl ROCKSTAR, nothing too special or crazy about it. But if you like your ROCKSTAR and you want a Pearl version, it's going to be a good option for you. The one issue is Storm has 1 billion medium and sharp bowling balls on the market. They have the Hyperdrive Pearl, the Gremlin, the Ember, the Zen, the Phase AI, the Road Warrior. Like, they have a lot of stuff in that realm, and the ROCKSTAR Amped kind of fits on the upper half of it. It fits like around where the Phase AI does. It's like a step below the Zen, but a step above the Ember. So kind of like where the Gremlin does, but makes a different ball motion. It looks a lot rounder, which is good. I think that's more usable for someone like me, who is more of a sports shot guy. But it looks good right now. It's just there's a lot of stuff in that realm. If I do end up getting one, I'm thinking it's going to replace my Gremlin. I just don't like my Gremlin anymore. Like, it looked mid out of box, and I said that in the review, and it just hasn't gotten much love. So I think it would be replacing my Gremlin for that part of the bag. But let's keep going. We are doing a full Q&A today for any kind of questions you guys have. If I miss your question and it's been 5 or 10 minutes, make sure to put it down again in the comments. There's a lot of comments going down right now, so I'm definitely going to be missing a couple questions that you guys have. If I do miss it, it's a little bit of time. Make sure to just put it down again. Otherwise, make sure to follow or subscribe. Let's keep going. I got to do the YouTuber follow and subscribe thing every single time. It's in your blood. Once YouTube monetizes you, they make you sign the contract in blood that you must say this phrase. It's crazy. Anyways, John, Equinox Phase 2, Zen 25, Identity, Optimum Idol, Pearl. Feel like there's a gap between your Equinox and Idol, Pearl, and Zen. Attention Star is going to be the only ball that fits there, but that might be a little too weak. There isn't much of a gap between those two balls, especially with you having an Identity too. You have a lot of shiny bowling balls, so I don't think that gap can't be crazy big, and it's very tough to find a ball that fits there. Don, the Raptor Rain is vastly different from the yellow train wreck. A couple of folks have used it in their league streams, and it looks good. Yeah. The hard thing with house shots in league, and like, I do it too, because all of my reviews have been done on house shots because I don't have control of our oiling machine and I'm already on a fine line with our bowling center. If you wanted, you can make a house shot look good, or a house ball look good on a house shot, but I hope that thing's good. I hope that Raptor Rain is good again. I need some unbiased people to talk about it a little bit. Hey, Brady McDonough hanging out. What's going on, man? I'm liking the ROCKSTAR amp with 500 to 4,000. Separates it from the other pieces. That's good to see. That's a cool little like trick for you guys if you don't do it. Hit your ball with 500, then go immediately up to like a 4,000. That's kind of a good way to keep that kind of gritty surface underneath a little bit of that shine. It's a good option for a lot of sport patterns. It just makes the ball read a little bit earlier, and that's awesome to hear. Brady, do you have yours? Have you tried it against the Zen? That's kind of the big comparison we haven't really seen much of yet on the internet. All right, let's keep catching up. Race Guy is a steel forge, good on house shots? Yes, absolutely. That's where it's going to excel. Ken, I have a question. When am I bowling again? Knee is still unstable. Don't rush back. We had a guy in our league try that. He rushed back to league after, I think it was like AC, or it was some knee surgery, I think knee replacement. And he was bowling on a cane. Do not do that. Highly do not recommend. Your body is not going to appreciate that very much for the future. So recommend waiting. Don't do anything too dumb. Oh, it's not worth it. Ms. Kita tried the Bowling World mystery box. Got the max effect. You are the second person to get that, Ms. Kita. That's good. It's a super strong ball. You just, doubled your money. You paid $100 for the mystery ball. That ball's about $200 retail. So congrats. That's awesome. Love to see that. That over there. Brandon Molina, I'm buying my first ball and I'm wondering what would you recommend? Tropical Surge or Hammer Raw is always a good first option for a ball. Yofo, I have my Jackal EJ still. I haven't even checked if it came safely from shipping. It's probably okay. The US mail service is pretty good. Avoiding that stuff. Josh, I think Zach accidentally said 80-pound ball. What? No, you could still throw 80. I can throw 80, Josh. I don't know about you. No, that would break me in half. Fire AJ, my average went from 175 to 202. Nice. Love to hear that. Congratulations. Ken, Robert Smith said I can't buy a ball until I'm bowling again. That's fair. It's good when your pro shop guy cuts you off. It's like a good bartender. Mark Weidman. My teammate is rev dominant and loves his Road Warrior. Good. What would be a recommendation for fresh? Similar behavior in Arch. Ion Pro would be kind of close. Cove would be a lot smoother. I would go Ion Pro, Cove, or if you want to go stronger, go a Rockstar. That might have an okay shape with it. Grumpa, how does this arsenal sound? Jackal Onyx, Hazmat Solid, Pride Liberty, and Effectour. It's a lot of smoother equipment, but as a lefty, that's good. So I think you're okay there. Josh J, thinking of buying a C300 Pulse. What's the best comparison from Storm or Motive? Best comparison is a Phase 2 or a Lethal Venom, I think are the best. I personally like the Phase 2 better. Lethal Venom and Pulse are very similar, both early, both super, super slow. Wayne, 10% of body weight for ball weight. So EJ can throw 13. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. Mike Mitchell, sorry, thought you missed my comment. No, all good. Do not worry about that. Do not worry, man. There's a lot of comments, so I just skip over comments that I know I've read before. So yeah, you're okay with putting it multiple times. Just don't want to put like 5 comments in a minute. We sometimes have that happen over on TikTok, and that's never a fun thing. John, you need 2 Ion Pro solids. I do not need 2 of any kind of bowling ball. I am not good enough to have 2 of one bowling ball. There is zero purpose for me doing that. John, maybe when I'm big and strong, we'll see. John Zach, Rockstar Pearl, stronger cover than the Zen? No, the Zen cover is still pretty strong and the core is pretty strong, but we haven't really seen them compared to each other. Now, I say that more as a guess because we don't know cover stock strength against each other. We don't know. We don't have any true comparisons of here's the 900 global cover, here's the Rockstar cover, here's the comparison. We just don't have that, unfortunately. So we're just kind of half guessing a lot of the time. Justin Andrews, what's your go-to ball at the moment? Shiny Rockstar, I think. Shiny Rockstar was really good for me in my last tournament. I have another tournament coming up this Sunday, and that's the one I'm like, I know is getting a spot in the bag, like without thinking about it. No. Origin is my go-to. JK, Origin is number 1. James, you need 2 direct hits. I need 0 direct hits. I need 0 torpedo direct hits. Why is there no TDH emote? I was thinking about adding one, and I think I need to. I think just for the meme. Yofo, not sure if I should convert back to one-handed. My back is starting to hurt two-handed. I'd recommend checking your form, just seeing why that's happening. Yeah, you don't want injuries when you're bowling. Two-handed is much easier to hurt yourself and get hurt because the form has to be a lot better. So I'd recommend just checking like why it hurts before switching back or anything. Jazzy B, I completed the set of Ises, Mesmerize, Hypnotize, and Vaporize. It really seems good. I have an origin between the Hypno and the Vapo. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought it would be in front of that. No, that makes sense, actually, that the Hypnotize is in front. That makes sense. Existence is Pain. Would a Tour V1 work with all 13-pound, a lot of other equipment? Want to start moving up? Yeah, I would. It's going to hook more because it's up. That 13-pound weight is generic cores for a lot of the companies, except for Motive. 14 pounds is when you get that true core, so it is going to hook more than everything else you have right now. It is definitely going to hook more than everything else you have. Let's see. James E, should I do a pin down layout? Pin down is a little more niche nowadays. If you have a ton of axis rotation and you want a ball to be super, super smooth, go pin down. That's what it's going to be best for. It's going to help you stay closer to the gutter. If you don't have that problem, don't go pin down. Just keep everything pin up with different pin distances. Enlighten me, just showing some love. Hey, thanks for hopping in, man. Popped off another 300. Hey, congrats. That is awesome to hear. Congrats on the 3 bills. Love to see that. Absolutely love seeing that. Gabriel, does a ball cleaner do anything? I feel like it's useless. Yeah, ball cleaner does. It depends what ball cleaner you have. Tack up is my personal favorite. I think that gets most stuff off of a bowling ball. There are some things that are very tough to get off. So you have to use some slightly stronger cleaning product to sometimes get those, or just do a resurface of the ball. That's what I usually do. But there are times where, yeah, ball cleaner just won't be able to get it off. 50 off for a used ball doesn't seem much worth it since bowling balls die. I know exactly. Since it's a temporary product, it's not great. Not a great deal. John Zach, we hit. Ray, already have a Mesmerize, but just want a Hammer Effect Black, an overseas release, trying to decide if it's worth drilling or sit on. It's way too close to the Mesmerize. I wouldn't have both. I think they'll be a little too close together. Just a little too close. Jake, what is the worst ball in production right now? Not something obvious like the direct hit or something like it. Worst ball in production. I mean, IQ 78 is still up there, but it's a necessity to have. What is the worst ball out there right now? Let me think. Let me think about what's on the market right now. Power hitter? Power hitter is not great. Power hitter is not a good ball. Honestly, C300. Well, C300 Pulse is good. It's just expensive. What else is on that list? I think those are pretty bad. Motive doesn't really have a whole lot that's quote unquote bad per se. Lethal Venom might be getting up on that list a little bit more. Man, what else would be bad? It's hard because bowling balls aren't usually like bad per se. Like that ball just sucks unless it's the Storm DNA. It's usually just like unusable for a lot of conditions. And that's where like, I think that power hitter, there's just better bowling balls that do exactly what it does. Or something like the, what would be enough? Let me get my list up. I have a list of all bowling balls. Actually, in the chat, I did add chat commands. So here, check this out. I don't know if it'll work. If you do !command, it'll show all the different chat commands that you can do. There's a lot of different options on there. One of them is pulling up my list of bowling balls by category, which you guys can check out. I update it whenever there's new ball releases, and I'm not the best at updating it, but I usually try to. Rally, Guru Oracle is up there. That ball. Oh, Torpedo, original Radical Torpedo. That thing's just meh. Infinity Quest, no. What else? Ethos Solid is actually pretty decent. It's just forgotten about. Mantra Solid's not that great. I was hoping it would be good. It just kind of sucks. If I want to piss off the X and the Pit guys, I would say the Cypher Pearl would be up there. A lot of the Brunswick balls that just get forgotten aren't good. John Romero, I just got my new Combat and got to use it for the first time at League. Hooks a lot. Hey, that's good to hear. Yeah, Combat does hook a lot for a little bit. It is good, though. It is good. Robert Young finally made it. Love to see you here. Love to see you here. Joe, did you say not to buy 2 of any ball? You actually need 3. Obviously, you need 3 of every ball. My bad, my bad. I didn't read that part in my contract. I didn't get that far down. Where I got to the part where you say you need to say 2 of every ball. No, it's also 3. That's my fault. That's my fault. I can't believe I would forget something like that. Garen, I already have the EJ Jackal and the Widow 3.0. There you go. Nice. Do you need 3 direct hits? No, I don't. Ian Jewell, is the new tank going to be good? No. Not exactly. It's going to be fine. It's not going to be needed for most of the bowling population. It is just like all of the other 78 hardness urethanes. You don't need it. Now, for Motive fans specifically, if you only throw Motive and you don't have a urethane and you refuse to buy a Purple Hammer or a Pitch Black, then yes, that is the only ball you can get. So because there's no other options, yes, then it's going to be good because you need it. I don't think the ball is going to be that amazing, though. It's going to have one purpose, and that's playing very, very straight and just watching the ball be super, super slow down lane and just pretending to be urethane when it's not. It's the only thing it's going to do. If you need a urethane, get a Purple Hammer. Do not get a Shadow Tank. Purple Hammer is cheaper. It's better. It's cooler. Okay, I don't know about the cooler part, but it's the first 2 things. So, and the Shadow Tank is actually, you can't use it at like nationals or things like that because it doesn't absorb oil that quickly. So they purposely put it on the ban list. Even though like it got rid of one of the uses. I was really hoping there'd be a tank that would come out that is actually usable at nationals, but no, it is not. It is not usable at all, which is really, really unfortunate. I can't really, so I'm trying to go live on, I am live on short form content and it just ain't working very well. I'm trying. KBR. Will Track make a new Tundra? Not anytime soon. No, I think it'll be probably a couple months. And Shadow Tank price point. Shadow Tank price point is insane. You should not be spending over $200 for a urethane ball. That is not worth it. And that's something that nobody really mentions right now, is how expensive that ball is for what it does. Spend $150 and get a good urethane is really the best way to put it. Garrett, are all the tour-like ASIMs and benchmarky symmetricals interchangeable? Yes, pretty much. The mild ASIM bowling balls are going to be a little better for being quicker down lane because their differential is generally lower. So if you need them to be a little sharper, that's a good ball to use. But otherwise, the symmetricals in those are very similar. They're potato. P. Rivera, the Raptor to replace a Rotogrip Mutant cell. It's going to be a lot more ball. JR listing some nib gems on Facebook. Ooh, I might have to check those out. I get talked into buying bowling balls way too easily, so I might have to check what's going on there. Robert Young, hear me out. 16-pound, 500 grit hammer axe going down the lane 10 on a house shot. It's been a nasty play for me. Well, yeah, I mean, you can put 500 grit on a house ball and I bet you'll whack it with that rev rate. Like, absolutely. Then it's just urethane, basically. So that's why sport shots, urethane is the play, because that's exactly what people do and they crush it. Jaybird, what's up? I really need to throw this phase 2 in the dumpster. What? You're not liking it? That's crazy. That's unfortunate. I'm really sorry for that, but what? Wayne got the Hypnotize from Buddies, and that thing is wild. I thought the 3D offset assault hooked a ton, but the Hypnotize is a ton more down lane. Okay, that makes sense. I've never thrown so many helicopter messengers. Hey, that's good to hear at least. We love to see some helicopter messengers. Josh J, thinking of buying a 300 Pulse we hit. KBR went with the Evoca Stereo over the Forge. Good play. That ball's better. Tori, I put polish on my ROCKSTAR. Dude, I think the ROCKSTAR shiny is better than dull. I think that's the hill, like, I'm going to stay put on. I planted my flag up there and I'm staying there. That is like the play. Pac-Man, thank you for the follow on TikTok, by the way. It's good. That's really a good spot for that ball because it's not going to replace a phase 2. The phase 2 is too good, but that can give a good differentiation between the two. John Romero, can I get an Arsenal review? Yeah, shoot him in the chat. Brady, I'll bring the Zen 25 for my live stream review. And the little tag, like and subscribe. Yes, go check out Brady McDonough in the chat. He throws the ball kind of all right. He has some great live stream reviews, so go check him out. Tori Casey, was late getting here. Did you talk about the tank? Wondering how or when? Yeah, lefties are going to be the ones that like it better, but do not use it for a house shot. It's not worth it. Not worth it for a house shot. Hey, Makel, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Look at, hey, I added a little bit there. I added the nice little old logo for when you follow. Lorensk, any tips for creating more axis rotation? Yes, put more pressure on your pointer finger. Otherwise, on your starting position, wherever your hand is, put it more to the side. That helps a lot too. Like for me, I try to keep my hand here, like in my starting position. If I want to have more axis rotation, I go more inside or more outside, and it adds to it. Jake, Hammer's website is so funny. It doesn't consider Widow's high performance, so it's 4 effects in the 3D. I know, it's so wild to see. Hammer's website is so interesting. All of the bowling websites are so weird. It kind of showcases that bowling is not in the 21st century yet. I mean, Storm's website is still broken. It's so unfortunate to see. If you just Google any kind of Storm bowling ball, it brings you to a 404 not found page. You go to Storm's site. Like if I Google right now, Rotogrip ROCKSTAR Amped, and I click on the first link that goes to Storm Bowling, it doesn't work. It's really unfortunate. Motive's site is pretty okay. There are some flaws in it. And then, yeah, the Brunswick sites, the choices that they make, I don't think they're actually making of like strength and weakness of a ball at times. So it's odd. It's kind of funny. It's fun to make fun of. Koozie is all polyester the same? Pretty much. Yeah, they all have no core and they're just plastic. So pretty much potato. Pick your favorite color. P. Rivera, what do you know about the code overseas? Absolutely nothing. I know very little about a lot of the overseas balls. John Romero, Combat, Hazmat Solid, and Purple Reactive. It's a pretty good arsenal. I'd recommend a weaker shiny ball to help fit with that. Jim Ward, I have an NV Tour thinking about the Deviate Wicked Collision. Yeah, that'd be a good angular ball to go with it. Gaming Juggernaut. As someone who is still learning, I love the name. Would the Venom Shock be an okay step up from a fairly weak handed down? I feel like motive stuff a lot, and that's been the thing I've been putting recommended but wanted your input. Yeah, I think getting a Venom Shock is one of the best balls ever made. I know a lot of the motive stuff is really fluffed up as the greatest thing ever. Venom Shock truly is the best ball they've ever made. So I think that's okay. Dan Tippett, our house shot is ice, oil, and my Sublime Focus and Origin have been working best. Yeah, that fits. Is box surface on the ROCKSTAR too dull? Sometimes for a house shot, it can be, but yeah, it's not bad. It should be okay. Yofo, you think Storm FOMOing the identity was a bad look? Yes, 100% it was. That was a terrible look for them. It was a terrible look for Belmo. It was very unfortunate seeing Belmo then like puffing his chest out saying this thing sold out in seconds, and if you don't like this ball, you're a hater to me. That was a terrible look as well. Just really bad ideas all around. I mean, that is why the identity is being sold for $160 right now, because nobody could sell them. Nobody wanted the new colorways. Even though Storm sold out, Pro Shops got left with the bill, which is unfortunate. So while they made the money, while Belmo made his little commission money off of it, Pro Shops ended up getting very hurt by the identity, which is unfortunate. It's very sucky. Brandon O'Neill, why do my messages never get responded to? There's a lot of messages going out right now, Brandon, so I've definitely been missing a handful, but I think you just had a message. High Road 40 and IQ Tour AI both. Yeah, they're going to be a little too close if you have a 6-ball arsenal, but I think it's still okay. The IQ should be earlier and smoother. Sean, what ball should I get when I only have a Phase 2 and an Ion Max? Something shiny. Rockstar Amped could be good. Ember, Attention Star, something like that could be good. Gabriel, add a Huff and Puff wolf emote. That'd be awesome. Reese, is 14 to 15 pounds a big jump? Not really. Not as much as you think it would be. You'll be able to get used to that pretty quickly, in all honesty. Corey, good afternoon. What's a good ball replacement for my radical hitter that cracked? Your best bet is going to be either something like a Mantra Solid, which is still an asymmetrical ball like the hitter, or you're going to go down to symmetrical balls like the Hammerhead, like a Stealth Mode, like a GB5. GB5, by the way, super sale right now, $120. Crazy. Cannot believe that. Awesome, Gabriel. Thank you for putting all those commands in there. Perfect. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we have a lot of new chat commands. We're trying to like gamify our streams a little bit to make them more like really good live streamers where you have commands that you can put into chat to try to get you some basic things. So like we have our G Fuel code, ZVL Bowling for 20% off. We have our uptime, how long the stream's been running. We have a ton of different stats out there. James Ryder, caught you on the Bowling with the Fef pod. Great to learn more about your background. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you checked it out. Yeah, Fef's an awesome dude. If you guys do want to learn a little bit more about my background, go check out Bowling with the Fef. He has a podcast with me on it, more of an interview, so definitely recommend checking that out. It's about an hour. It's really not too crazy long. Yeah, Thornley, thank you so much for that. He's trying to balance comments. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Lots of comments. G. Brian, what's up, man? I just got the Sublime Focus. What 2 balls would pair up with it well? Something shiny like a Rockstar Amped, Ember, something like that. RST Hyperdrive. I would go then like a weaker smooth ball like an IQ Tour or an Ion Pro. I think pair well. Ion Pro Solid actually would be a little better. James Ryder, do beginners really need to start with a Rhino, or can us newbies step into a more reactive? You can try. It's always an option. Usually the reason that Pro Shops recommend starting with a beginner ball is because that'll help you more get your form down. If you jump into a really big, strong reactive ball to start, you're going to have to learn extra things at the same time. So you're going to have to learn what ball motion is along with how you throw a ball and all that stuff. So it's usually like skipping steps 1 and 2 in a tutorial is really going into something strong right off the bat. KBR, yeah, we hit that one. Lincoln Docs, Black Widow Mania Hybrid just spotted in Singapore. Wondering what's your thoughts on it? It basically is just that Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. So it's just going to be a stronger version of that Black Widow 2 or V1 because it's more differential. So nothing too crazy out of it except for that. Yes, today's energy drink is a Lonnie Pink Slush that I haven't finished. I opened it up this morning and I haven't gotten through the whole thing. Jordan, what do you think of the Black Widow Toxin Overseas Ball? It's fine. It's bright. It's super slow down lane, but nothing too crazy about it. Aid, opinion on the Hypnotize for a speed dominant bowler. I think that's going to be who likes that ball best because it's strong and sharp. So speed dominant guys will like it better. It'll help out with their rev rate. Thornley, best 3-ball house shot arsenal from Storm right now. Equinox, Cove, High Road 40. Nerdy bowler, I almost went up to 16 pounds for giggles. I mean, it's hard to get bowling balls at 16, but it's never the worst idea in the world. Ryan Holdridge, Black Widow Tour V2 or V1, I'm guessing, is awesome for a league. Yeah, that's where it's best. Geez, more DNA hate. I saw you here, Brady, so I had to. It'd be rude not to. It'd be rude not to. Try to short pin it. No, mine is already in a dumpster somewhere. So mine's already at a landfill. Yeah, it's gone. It'll be hard for me to find it at this point. KBR Shadow Tank price point. Yeah, it's rough. To Joe, any advice for attacking carbon? I do not know what the carbon oil pattern is. Kegel carbon is, drum roll, please. It opened up an Amazon link. That's kind of cool. An AWS link. Sean Buller with $20 super chat. Hold on. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you for the $20. Really appreciate that, man. How you doing? I'm doing good. Summit Knight is a beast. If another overseas ball on shelf next time, I'll buy it. It looks, I'm now looking at 2 more SPI ASIM balls. Alani drinks are beastly. Thank you, man. Oh, no. Did it kick off? Oh, by the way. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the $20. Glad that Summit Knight is working well. Love to see that. Love to see that. JR, another track symmetric ball would be nice. Is he giving us a teaser is the question. Is JR giving us a teaser? Because track did post new ball coming soon, and we don't know what it is. They didn't really say. So, I don't know. Might be a teaser. Okay, I was looking up the carbon. Hold on. I was looking up that carbon pattern. That was 42 feet, 24 mils. Okay, so it's a house shot with very little oil on it. Okay. House shot with very little oil. That makes sense. So then, so yeah, it varied between 350 and 450 depending on ball color. You're going to want weaker bowling balls then if you're around that 400 rev rate. So definitely weaker stuff. Mr. Phil, what's up, man? Thanks for the email. Your feedback was super informative. Absolutely. Where do you feel the Scorpion Strike compares to the Zen, the Ember, the GB5 Pearl? It's definitely closest to the Ember. It's going to be middle of the road for that pack. Enlighten me. What's going on? Just showed some love. Oh, yeah, we hit that. Yeah, and shot 280 tonight. Jeez. 300 last night, 280 tonight. Why not? Why not? And JPEVy, thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. And Mackledog, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch as well. Felix, want a good ball that's not cheap so I can keep for future arsenal. Yeah, you don't have to. So the big thing with bowling balls to remember is the more expensive it is doesn't mean it's better. The more expensive it is generally means that it hooks more. So a $200 ball isn't better than a $130 ball. It just hooks in a different part of the lane. So it doesn't have to be expensive. No problem there. But if it's your first ball, you have literally 100 options right now. Also, Koza, thank you for the follow over on Twitch as well. Juggernaut, we hit. Grumpa, Marketplace is a total washout to sell bowling balls around here. What are typically the best places to sell nib and use? eBay and Marketplace are your best bets. eBay is a pretty good spot as well. It's a little tougher. You'll have to ship it, but yeah, I don't know. Selling bowling balls is kind of hard. Existence. I know it's discontinued, but I know like nothing about it. I'm not going to get it, but it was cheap on bowling.com. It is very cheap. The Lightning Blackout. What does it do? The Lightning Blackout is weird because it is super tiny core. Basically a hustle core, but a really strong pearl cover stock. So it wants to play straight. It wants to get through the front of the lane, but be smooth down lane. So it's going to be best if you need something weak that can still play straighter. And now it's at a really cheap price point, so it's not a terrible choice. Mr. Phil, I mean, dedication. No, all good, man. Don't worry. Casey Healy, what about some stuff of rev dominant bowlers? Rev dominant, I have some guides on it. You just want weaker equipment because your bowling ball is always going to hook, so you want weaker bowling balls to not hook too much. Felix, we hit. Turtle, is 176 good for 2 years of bowling? Oh, absolutely. 100%. Brian, what's a good reasonable option for an intermediate bowler? I mean, again, there's a billion options out there. It really depends on how you throw the ball more than anything. We hit that one. Justin, what kind of ball should I get if I... Justin, you just get something else to do that less. Jeffrey, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. ADHD Whiskey, what's going on? Did you hear the Radical hinting at a crazy new innovative core? Don't, yeah. It won't be. I'm sorry. I'm a negative Nancy. I had work just tell me I'm not optimistic enough. But it's true story, by the way. That was wild. It's not going to be innovative. It's not going to break the bowling world. We have really hit our limits a lot in core technology. It's just going to be probably an old Mo core, or it's going to be like a slight tweak on like an Intel or something like that. It's not going to be off the wall crazy. Don't worry. It'll get discontinued in 4 months if it's from Radical right now. They just are not on a good streak at the moment. Kevin, what can I get to replace my Pride Dynasty? Doesn't matter the manufacturer. Lethal Venom is going to be your closest bet from Motive. I know you said any manufacturer, but that will be your best option. JPEV, Shadow Tank meets all requirements. Yes, it can be thrown at Nationals. Sorry, it can be thrown at Nationals. It can't be thrown at PBA stuff, or it can't be thrown at like Masters or anything. My bad on that one. I just wanted a tank that could be thrown all across the board. Like the tank Rampage is not banned anywhere. It's not on any of the ban lists, but the Shadow Tank will be, or is. I don't know if it is yet. It should be. It got approved, so they should have those stats. But I don't know. Jake Weiniger, crazy how I built an arsenal and 9 balls all balanced, and last night my cheapest and weakest ball, the Super Rally, is my best fit. Exactly. It just takes a lot of guess and testing to figure out what is best. Albert Wolf, how we doing? Waiting for my heads or tails rematch. Yeah, so last night I'll show you guys. I drilled a new bowling ball. I didn't think I would. I thought last night would be the night I don't drill anything, but we have the KR Strike Force Rise. This is an entry-level ball from KR Strike Force. Nice little Strike Force logo on it. I drilled it. Ooh, the mirror is tough. Drilled it just kind of pin over a little bit closer to my ring finger because the ball has a good amount of flare to it, good amount of differential. To be blunt, the ball's not good. It doesn't absorb oil at all. That's why it's on the ban list. And you can tell because first shot, it hooks a ton. Second shot, it barely hooks. But on my Discord, I put in a poll on what colorway I should drill. There was a dark red one, and there was a black and silver one. And the poll ended up being tied. So I asked Albert in Discord, all right, pick heads or tails. And he lost. He wanted the maroon one, and he did not win that bet. James D, every bowling website should have the Radical yellow background. We're going to play the game. Hold on. You guys can see my face. Radical's website. Immediately bright. God, that's so bright. It's so gross. Change it, please. Bowlers hate it. Existence, I know. We talked about that one. Amazing Robin, hoping the Infinity Quest, Ovation, and Entity. Oh, dude, the Entity is going to be on sale within like a month. There's no way that ball is selling any units at all. It's a good ball, but there's no way it's selling units. It got so ignored. I barely like my side. This is like my side job. This is basically a second job for me. My second job is bowling balls. I have never seen that ball go down the lane. Almost ever. Nobody bought one. It's crazy. I cannot believe that nobody cared for that ball. I have been on, oopsie. I've been on a Fall Guys stream this whole time. What the heck is going on? There we go. Weird. All right, there we go. But yeah, I've barely seen it go down the lane. It's crazy. Robert, hearing mixed things about the IQ Tour 78 and Black Widow Hammer. Yeah, or Black Hammer. Yeah, they are allowed because they are that 78 hardness. That's what the USBC did. They had 3 different lists. They have the fully banned list that's banned from Nationals and a bunch of other USBC competition. That's where the Purple Hammer and the Pitch Black, I like to call them the soft urethanes. That's where they are, so they can't be used in a ton of competition. Everything you guys bowl, they can be used in. The big one is just USBC Nationals. Then you have the second layer, which is the 78 hardness bowling balls, IQ 78 Black Hammer Shadow Tank. Those can't be used at a select few tournaments, but they can be used at almost everything else. And then there's everything else, and that's all the reactive stuff you throw. Ken, love it. Braden, we love Radical. I mean, like, I don't know. Radical needs a banger. Radical needs to like come out with one of their old goats. I don't know what their goat, like I thought the Guru was going to really beef it up for them, but nah, not at all. Not at all, unfortunately. So Radical needs something big. And I know this is the point that Phil and Nick are going to talk about me on their podcast next week and like, wow, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He uses a durometer from Amazon. So, well, but it's true. Radical needs something to actually get put back on the map. Nerdy Bowler, Hammer Axe looks like it absorbs oil. It does, but at a very minimal rate. If you leave it for like 10 hours, it will absorb the oil, but it's so slow. Enlighten me. Did you pick up the new lock-on? No, I have not picked up an overseas ball in a bit. I'm tempted to. I'm kind of at the point where like I kind of want to pick one up, but I haven't yet. Got to find the right price. Got to maybe check out my guys at Bowler's Connection. Might have to do that. Bowling Brian, thoughts on replacing the Harsh Reality with an Equinox Solid? It'll be weaker, but yes, that'll be good. Mike, ball cleaning tips. Spray the ball cleaner, then scrub with a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Mr. Clean Magic Erasers are like voodoo, basically. Those things are voodoo for what they can do. But yes, that is a fantastic play. Playful, what's going on, man? A polished S2 is my go-to. Love to see that. Is the OG Theorem too close? I think it'll be a little too close. I wouldn't keep both. Whiskey, I replaced my cracked hitter with a Pure Envy. Oh, it's definitely going to be stronger. Yeah, the Pure Envy is good, but it is definitely stronger. Lennon, will 3D Offset Assault and Theorem Pearl work in the same arsenal? Yes, absolutely. One is going to be strong smooth. One is going to be strong sharp. John, High Road 40 or Lightning Blackout? High Road 40. Definitely go High Road 40. The ball is not trying to fight itself at all, and that's kind of what you want out of it. Grumpa, I revived a league mate's ball this weekend. It weighed 14.1 before and 13.8 after. Oh, that's awesome. It's kind of fun to put a ball through a reviver just to see the difference in weight. It's usually super crazy. Braden, the Squatch line was elite. Yeah, Squatch line was really good. They should just remake that, honestly. Just get a quick little banger out there. That line was good. Enlighten Me Lock-On is amazing. Good to hear. Random, should I get a urethane even though I have a Rattler NU? If you bowl sports shots, I think it's good to have one. Robert, bought a ball spinner off Amazon. Absolutely worth it. Definitely. Pro shops do charge a lot of money for it. So getting your own if you're going to hit a bunch of bowling balls, worth it. Absolutely worth it. Seth White, I hit mine with 1,000 grit and it's amazing on fresh house shot. There you go. There you go. Yofo, do you think Motive is considered a higher tier brand with the higher prices? No, not at all. No. They are just pricier because they are just the way they do things. Smaller companies, so they have to charge more. So it doesn't mean it's better by any means. A lot of Motive guys do, when they only want Motive, they're A-okay with it. And it doesn't seem to cause many issues. I mean, they had their best selling year ever this year, but yeah, it doesn't mean that it's not like you're comparing McDonald's to insert good burger place here. I don't know where, your local place. It's not like that by any means. Robert, also new tariffs. Yeah, and the more tariffs that keep coming through, the more expensive bowling equipment, bowling shoes, bowling bags, all that stuff gets, because we do get all of our materials for bowling balls from overseas. It's impossible to get from the United States. Yeah, that's the one unfortunate piece. That's why in my copper drop, I mentioned this is the cheapest bags and shoes are going to be. That is a statement from all the bowling companies, not even just from me saying it, but the bowling companies are like, no, this is the cheapest it's going to get. All right, Andre, do you foresee a ZVL bowling jersey in the near future? I really hope so, man. I really hope so. I haven't actually. Gabriel, thank you for the super chat. Coffee greater than Bang. Wrong. Unfortunately, your super chat is very wrong, but thank you so much for it. I really hope so. And I think working with bowling.com is going to help a lot, where they have many more connections that can help me out, is my hope. But yeah, it's partly on me. I have reached out to one jersey company and I got ghosted. But I have reached out to, I haven't reached out to others, and I haven't really gone through that process. So hopefully sometime soon. I'm tempted to try to reach out, but there's a weird part of me that's like, I don't want to be the one to beg for a jersey or anything, but we'll see where it gets to. Also, thank you so much, everybody who's hopping in as members, and all of that. Really, really thank you guys. Wesley, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And we had a lot of other people follow there. Huge thank you to everyone who's following right now. Means a ton. Absolutely means a ton. We're trying to do it. We're trying to get to the biggest bowling online social media presence. Poppy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Stephen B, how often new bowling balls come out, is it worth buying most bowling balls older than 1 or 2 years old? It's a-okay, yeah. Because usually after a ball gets discontinued or near the end of its life cycle, the price drops. So if you're okay with waiting and not getting the latest and greatest, and I mean, really it's more latest than greatest, but latest ball, you can save a couple of bucks and it's a-okay. High Road 40 right now, one of the best bowling balls on the market. It's the best weekend sharp ball on the market. It retailed at 140. It's down to like 110 right now. So if you wait a little bit, you can get some good prices out of it all. Paul Polino, I currently have an Equinox and a Tropical Storm. Good ball to add to form a 3-ball arsenal. You'll I mean, you have all Storm stuff, but you're going to like a Tropical Troublemaker Solid, a Cove, a Venom Shock, something medium and smooth. Be a good play. Thornley, have you thrown the Equinox Solid yet? I have not. I do not have a way to get a bowling ball early. So I do not have a way to get an Equinox Solid yet. I'm debating now. Usually like when a ball gets announced, I'm like, that'd be kind of cool to get and it'd fit my arsenal. And then I think about it a little more, like, I don't know if I'll get it because like, I don't know if I want to spend that for that ball. I'm tempted to get an Ion Max right now and just drill it a little weaker as my other option. That ball is only 160 right now on most sites. So I'm tempted to go that direction a little bit more. Ace, what would cause an axe bowling ball to curve away from the 10 pin? So even though it is plastic and is supposed to go straight, any ball is still going to hook for you. So if you throw it slow enough or with enough revs, it will still hook, especially if there's friction down lane. Brian, what bowling ball would compare to the phase shift? Phase shift. What is that ball? 2000 Aberlon Velocity TX23. Phase 2. Pretty much a phase 2. Probably a little slower and smoother than a P2. Definitely slower and smoother. Let's catch up over here. Drew, where would a Vibo fit? Strong and sharp. Definitely strong and sharp. And Thornley, my Pro Shop guy got one early. I threw it in league. Should have shot 300, but stone 8 in the 9th. Oh, you hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it. That's unfortunate. That's not a fun way to miss 300. Matthew Ninamiya, recommendation on bowling on arsenic. Find out what Kegel arsenic is. If you guys haven't noticed, I am terrible with names of oil patterns. I don't know them at all. That's disgusting. Punt. Urethane. Urethane is your play. Play straight, play urethane. Andre, kudos for calling the RSC Hyperdrive Pearl months ago. Oh, absolutely. Bowling balls are predictable. I did just realize that this is about the time of year that all the Raptors get announced, so I should have known that a Raptor was coming. I was hoping for a medium strength ball, but there's a lot of times, like, I guarantee that January, we are going to get a Pearl Jackal. I will put money on it that there'll be a Pearl Jackal coming up in January. Nerdy Bowler, the axe is low friction. Yeah, so technically not plastic, basically plastic, but it is still going to hook a bit. Jazzy B, I wonder if the DNA I bought off eBay for 10 bucks was yours. No, I didn't roll. I haven't sold anything on eBay ever. I don't know. I don't like shipping bowling balls for some reason. I'm better at it now, but I just don't do it much. I don't know why. Stephen B, with how often new balls come out, is it worth buying most balls older? Oh yeah, we hit that one. Pravada finally able to join. Love to see it, Pravada. Seth White, you have a Phase AI. I had one. I actually plugged it pretty quickly. I was not a fan of it. Wayne, I'll be all over the entity when it's discontinued. I already have 8 of the B7 Strong Smooth. Exactly. Why not get another? Albert, bowling companies have to work on their social media and marketing and UI. I'm new to the hobby, so hard to tell, but as a new person, impossible to navigate. Yeah, no, that is where bowling struggles. Like the marketing and the social media side is still from like 1992, which is unfortunate. Websites like I think teasing a ball could be so big for a company. I think Storm is starting to get it a little bit more, but like I come from the video game space and I see video games and the way they're able to tease stuff and leak little bits of information and spoon feed you and get you excited for that release is really, really cool. Where bowling doesn't do that. Bowling doesn't do that at all. We don't really... A lot of the companies, they're like, boom, here's a new ball coming out. Here's some marketing lingo. We're going to make ZVL tell you actually what the ball does. crickets for a couple weeks. You'll see like a strike being thrown with the ball once or twice and like, look at this ball hook. And it's just, you know, one shot or something. And then release day comes and then it's crickets. So they just don't do a good job at doing that like other areas in the world are. So I really hope that gets beefed up in the future. But right now, it's just not there. Timothy Tan. Tran, tips on how to keep a hand behind the ball as a two-hander. One of the toughest things to do. One good tip that I've always heard is like imagine your middle and ring finger and try to have them touch your ankle, touch your left ankle if you're a righty. It's a good way to try. G. Bryant, one guy in league bought the entity, but he's the only one I've seen. Yeah, I haven't even seen that. KBR, I still own the Monster Boogeyman. That's an oldie. Holy go. Jeffrey Burton, sorry if already discussed your thoughts on the Black Widow Tour V1. I think it's good. It's a more angular effect tour is exactly what it is. It's just a quicker effect tour down lane. It's a good spot in the bag. It's a good league ball. I don't know if it's going to get much love. It is a Black Widow, so it's going to sell well, but like I haven't seen much about the ball since then, but it is overall a good piece. It is a good ball. Brian Bianca, what do you think about the stealth mode? I like the stealth mode a lot. Super, super smooth bowling ball. Really, really slow down lane. Amazing for tournament shots. Not as great for league shots. Luke, is Arctic Vibe and 10 pounds worth it? Yeah, absolutely. K&J, what non-Brunswick brand ball would replace an NV Tour? Probably an Equinox Solid is going to be your only bet, or a Sub-Zero Forge, one of those two. Keith Reed, give me your best 2 picks for bowling shoes. KR Strike Force, either the Gladiators or the TPC Fiestas or Ghosts, and then the Dexter SST6 hybrids. They're cheap, they're interchangeable, they're comfy, 10 out of 10. Johnny Donovan, I've heard Brunswick is going to be reintroducing the zone line. That'd be interesting. That'd be good. That's a good, like, hype ball to come out with. That'd be awesome. Albert, if we compare to games, it would be more marketing campaigns. It might lead to better hype, have better interest, and draw in new people. 100%. And I think bowling companies really rely on their staffers and the people who they send free bowling balls to hype the ball for them. But a lot of them aren't great at that. Like, I don't know. I'm more of a nerd and like I want to know everything about it. And just seeing a ball review where someone says this is the best ball ever for 8 minutes straight while they're doing a live stream or a live video, not live stream, but like it's just it's like they're talking in between shots and just saying this ball's amazing and that's it. Doesn't really do it. I don't think that's a good use. Hey, James Ryder, thank you for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the advice. You are very welcome, sir. You are very, very welcome. Oh, I'm here. I am here to assist. I'm here to help. James D is being slightly rev dominant, low axis rotation and low axis tilt and a lefty a bad thing for house shots? No, not at all. I think that's good, actually. I think it's better to be that. Brooks, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Any recommendations for a ball like the GB2? Ooh. No. GB5 and drill it weak. That's the closest you're going to get. The GB2 was weird because it was such a strong cover and such a tiny core. Ion Pro, maybe, from a different company. But if you want to stick with the Brunswick brands, maybe a Turbo X. Kind of. It's still too quick down lane. So like a pin down Turbo X, maybe? That would be best. Corey, you do an amazing job, but you're getting pretty big now. You're not going to be able to answer everyone's questions. Hey, just watch me. No, I mean, yes, we have a lot of people hanging out right now, and I am missing more questions than I used to when we were averaging less viewers, but the goal here is to give you guys as much one-on-one advice as I can. That's something that bowling doesn't do. Most live streams are either ignoring the comment section, which is a big no-no if you're getting into the streaming world. Like, you need to read comments. Who was it? Man, it was a big name. There's a big name streamer who I just saw something where he virtually reads every comment, and he mentioned that on a podcast, and he is successful at it. And that's something I really like, where you're able to see almost every single comment, because every comment you guys put on whatever social media platform, I see, whether it's good or bad, whether you guys are saying good things or you're saying that I pee sitting down and that's what my face looks like. Either way, I see them. Or what did the last guy call me? Someone called me something on Facebook. Facebook's mean, by the way. I don't think we have anybody watching on Facebook right now, but they're cruel over there. But I still want to continue to do that. I'm still trying to do that. Richmond, I'm blessing 5 people with $5,000. No, you're not, man. No, you're not. I unfortunately do not have a way to kick that comment out, but no, you are not. Do not answer his DMs. If he's offering $5,000, it is a lie. Seth, we hit. Grumpa, is the coral venom unique enough to be worth buying used? For the stuff you have, no. I don't think it's worth it. David Jones, shot my best series last week. Hammerhead into the Cove. Nice. Congratulations, man. Picking up a Mania and can't wait to put it through the paces. Love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Congrats on the new high series. That's what we love to see around here. I do want to mention, if you guys have like a high series or a high game and you want me to post it on like my Instagram or Facebook, I want to start doing that more. So if you do have that, shoot me a picture of the score and say, this is what I did, and let me know what ball you threw. I'd love to start posting that a little more to show the success of the community and see what they do. And also get you guys a couple of likes as well. So win-win, but please let me know. G. Bryant, you have the ROCKSTAR and you haven't drilled it. So I brought mine just to 3,000 and then threw it a bunch, and it got probably up to 4,000 to 5,000 at this point. So that's what I did. I like that a lot. And Tegan shot the first clean game with the High Road Pearl. Congratulations, Tegan. No, that's awesome. That's really good to hear. Congratulations on that. Wesley Steed, do you prefer to use stronger layouts on weaker balls or weaker layouts on stronger balls? I like weaker layouts on stronger balls, but that's because I'm more speed dominant than rev dominant. If you're more rev dominant, you might like stronger layouts on weaker bowling balls. Bart, good morning to you. Steven, with how often new balls come out, we hit that one. Bing, in your last video, or Ben, you mentioned that an ASIM ball is a house shot killer. Yes. Yes. So asymmetricals are really good on house shots for one big reason. The core is strong. So when it hits friction, it doesn't want to completely jump and go sideways. That's one of the issues with the really, really angular equipment, is it isn't very usable. Because on house shots, you want a ball when you get it to the dry, when you get it close to that gutter and to the dry, it doesn't overreact, that it goes smooth off of it. But you also want a ball strong enough where you miss it into the oil, it doesn't overreact or it doesn't underreact, it still hits the pocket. That's where asymmetrical balls are best, or stronger symmetrical balls. One of those two are going to be your best play. Gabriel, thank God Barks isn't here. Nah, Barks is probably still hanging. Mike, my wife is learning to use the hammer raw. Which motive asim would be best when she's ready? I say motive because she throws 12. Evoke Hysteria is always a good play. All the time. Poppy, what's your highest game and 3-game series? Highest game is 300. Highest series is 822, I think. 820 or 822, one or the other. Timothy, what do you think about Track Paragon Shadow? It's good. Insanely strong, insanely quick down lane for what it is, but it's a good ball. Steven, is it worth having a Venom Shock and Primal Ghost? Absolutely. Mackle, what can you complement a bag if your favorite ball is a Road Warrior? I think we hit that one already. I was thinking Cove is a good ball in front of it. Bart, does anyone feel like they have too many bowling balls? FY, I have 8. Oh, we all feel that way. Absolutely. Me included. I have like 50 behind me. I 100% agree. I have way too many, but you know, here we are. Colin, is the Hammer Effect Tour a good replacement for a Black Venom? No, it's going to be way stronger. The Effect Tour is going to be stronger and a little bit smoother than that Black Venom. It's a good ball up from it, but not a good replacement. KBR, is the Crimson Jackal Pearl? Yes, but breaking news on the channel, 2 bowling balls were discontinued. The Pride Liberty and the Crimson Jackal are now discontinued from Motive. Breaking news, I just got that news a couple days ago. I haven't been able to fit it into the video schedule yet, but those 2 bowling balls are officially discontinued. That's why you were seeing the Crimson Jackal so cheap on a lot of websites. So those 2 balls are very, very gone. Also, Randall, thank you for the $5 super chat as well. Could you compare the Tour V1 and the Venom Shock? Yes, absolutely. V1 is much quicker down lane. They want to hook in a similar part of the lane, but the V1 is just quicker overall. Also, Wesley, thank you for $5 super chat as well. Thanks for what you're doing. It's always amazing at your bowling knowledge and pineapples. Thank you so much, Wesley. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for hopping in, everybody who's super chatting and everyone who's hanging out. I love that we have so many people that are hanging out talking about bowling. It's the best thing to see. Just trying to become better bowlers at the end of the day. Have fun with this stupid hobby that we all play. Emphasis on stupid. Bowling can get stupid a lot. Will, gonna see how this new amp rolled. Good luck. Let me know what you think of it. Andre, hey guys, like the video. Yeah, listen to Andre. Go like that video. Smart dude. Mike Mitchell, video games and superhero movies are on point in creating interest before something new comes out. Ball companies should hire a marketer from those places. Honestly, I think, yeah, we just need like some training on how to do that and not what we do right now. I think what we're doing right now in the bowling ball world just doesn't help with marketing. Now, there's a lot of complacency, like, well, we're happy with where our sales are, so why would we change it? Totally fair, but I'm a guy who like I don't celebrate the achievements as much as I should. Where like, what can you do better? What can you do more? Yes, this was good, but what can be bigger? What can be better? So I feel like if ball companies would do that a little more, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool to see. Of course, I'm a couch quarterback right now. I'm an armchair quarterback in that way. I'm not in the company. I'm not going through all the red tape, all that jazz. Let's see. Corey, you do an amazing job. Oh, yeah, we hit that one. Tax Buddy, choosing between a Tour V1 or a Venom Shock. My current smooth balls are Reality Check, Lethal Venom, Arctic Vibe. Looking to bridge the solids. If you're trying to bridge the solids, go with the V1. If you just want a true solid, go with the Venom. The Venom can be slow down lane. Kumoy, any ball to pair with the Envision Pearl and the Fireball. If you need something smoother than those, Game Breaker 5. Game Breaker 5. Wayne, we need to get you on Radical Staff. It's your destiny. No, that we do not. One, I'm not going to be on staff with any company. That will not be happening for the entirety of this channel. And two, those guys have talked too much trash about me to want me. KBR, I always pee using the backboard. I love that. Facebook is mean 100%. Trying to replace my Scorpion as my benchmark. Yeah, GB5. GB5 is good. Brian, best bowling ball for third game burnt out woodlands. Hustles. Hustles, Raws, Tropical Surges. Low end stuff is going to be best. Because wood hooks so much. Mike Mitchell, I wake up in the morning and pee excellence. Name that reference, people. Name that reference. Wayne, 307.80 last night, subbing in league with the Black Widow 3.0. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. They put out a new house shot with more volume and all the high rev guys are killing it. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Last week at league, I have a guy who I work with he's a new two-hander and he cranks on the ball, but it's slower and he's a little all over the place. And he shot 580 or something against us, and he usually averages like 140 to 50. So yeah, we put out just more volume. So that's what you notice a lot in those situations. Like you get, if your place puts out more volume, which I always respect when they put out more oil instead of less, because the theme right now is to put out less volume. When they put out more, like it usually is good. Because you want to keep people further right during league. You don't want them to be playing 25 at the arrows off the start. Chilean took my Jackal Onyx to 3,000 and shot 280. Yeah, if you like your Onyx and you want to use it for house, it's a good call. Bring it up to 3,000 or 4,000 because it's smooth enough where it's going to be a good play. Unfortunately, I had mine at 1,000 grit last time I threw it, and that was a bad idea. Joshua just rolled up a phase 2, looking for something with a little more back end for a house shot. Zen 25 or Rockstar Amped are going to be your good plays. Do not get a phase AI. I just personally don't like it, and a lot of people don't like it. Let's see, where are we at? Good time to give quick shameless plugs. Make sure to follow or subscribe. It's the best way to help support the channels. We are live right now on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Facebook. So we have different content going out on all of those platforms. For a little FYI for next week, next Thursday, October 16th. Yeah, October 16th, we are going to have an all-day live stream of a new Pokemon game that's coming out, Pokemon Legends ZA. We're going to be streaming on our Twitch and our TikTok all day long. So make sure to follow on those platforms so you get notified when we go live. It's going to be awesome. It'll be like a 6 to 8 hour live stream. Should be a really, really fun time. Just me hanging, playing some video games. Otherwise, we have a lot of really cool content coming in the next couple of weeks on all the channels as well. So make sure you stay notified for all of that, especially with us working now with G Fuel, who's up there. We might have a G Fuel sponsored live stream where I give away a ton of energy drink stuff coming soon. And also bowling.com. We have a lot of cool videos coming with them as well. So a lot of cool stuff going on in the near future. But we are doing a full question and answer today. So please, any questions you guys have, I will answer them in the comments. I am basically fully caught up, by the way. for the first time ever. This is the earliest I've ever been caught up on comments, but we are virtually caught up. So we are going to go through all of the comments that you guys have, all of the questions, and I will try to pretend like I know all of the answers. By the way, this G Fuel water bottle is absolute fire. This is like my favorite color ever. So this thing was so cool to get from those guys. Got it with a ton of hydration packs. This is just water. I had a hydration pack today. It was surprisingly good. Let's see. KBR. I use the Jackal Ghost in all 3 games of my 4-man league. Love that for you. Jackal Ghost is goated. Yo Dog. Love the content. Keep it up. Ball question. What's the best comparison to the Rotogrip Exotic Gem? First of all, thank you so much. Appreciate that. For a current ball, Origin is going to be your best bet. Origin is going to be the closest we get to that exotic. Kelso, this channel has been great for me. I'm starting to only watch non-affiliated ball reviews. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Keep up your great work. Thank you. Thank you. That means a ton. Love that. And my sister now just found out that I'm partnered with G Fuel. Yes. Yes. Use code ZVL Bowling for 20% off at discount at checkout. I have like 30 cans coming very soon from those guys. I'm so excited. I'm not addicted to caffeine. You are. Emrod just finished day 2 at Camp Bakes and tuning in while waiting for my friend to watch him bowl league. Nice. Total bowling overload. Ah, that's all right. Those are good weeks. Those are good weeks. I just got something in my eye. Holy cow. Ouch. I shilled out too much for all the sponsors, and then my eyeball said, no, you can't do that. Mike Mitchell, Talladega Nights. Hey, there you go. We got somebody who knows it. Love it. Let's see. Let me catch up over on the TikTok. Joshua, we hit. Devontae, I want to replace my Vibo. Best ball on the market right now. Identity's kind of close. Attention Star is a little weaker. Equinox is not that close. There's nothing like a Vibo on the market right now, which is unfortunate. Vaporize, Brunswick Vaporize, or Evoke Hysteria might be your best plays. Maybe a Brunswick Combat as well. Any of those will be the best you can do. Aiden, opinion on Hypnotize for speed dominant. Yeah, really good for speed dominant bowlers. Joshua, thank you for the follow on TikTok, man. Appreciate it. Kumoy, funny because I'm playing Sword and Shield on my Switch right now. Hey, if you finish it by next Thursday, just grab Legend ZA and you're good to go. Yeah, no, I played Sword and Shield a couple times now. I think I streamed it once and played it myself once. So I like them. I thought they were good games. They weren't my favorite games, but they were good. I'm also just a simp when it comes to Pokemon games. Timo, tips on how to increase speed for two-handers. 2 big things are going to be footwork speed, trying to boost, or 3 things. Footwork speed, how far your backswing gets behind or backwards or high. The higher your backswing, the more speed you get. Longer arms, you can't really do much about. So 2 main things. Try those out. Andrew, how'd you feel about the Hyperdrive Pearl? I think the Hyperdrive Pearl is good. I think it's better than a Gremlin by a landslide. I'm not a fan of my Gremlin right now, and I'm hoping that changes, but so far, no good. It's rounder. It's more usable. It's a step up from the ROCKSTAR Amped, which is really good, so I think that can be a 1-2 combo. I think the Hyperdrive Pearl looks pretty decent. I think it looks pretty decent right now. Where are we at? Nolan, I shot my first Sanction 300 with the 1 Ovation. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Way to get one with the 1 Ovation. That's good to see. That is really good to see. Wayne, I threw 300 last week, and my teammate threw 300 this week. Wow. There you go. Love it. Kumoy, we hit Wayne. I'm trying to comment a bunch so you fall behind again. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, now I'm falling behind again. Gabriel, is G Fuel good? I saw it a lot of times, but never tried it. Yeah, I always like G Fuel. Their flavors are a little funky, more funky than some of the other brands. Like, we go to G Fuel's website right now, gfuel.com. Let it load up. They do have some new flavors coming out that we're going to learn about. I think tomorrow they want to announce a little bit. But they have like, yeah, all of it is based on video games. So they have like Sour Power cans, which it's kind of hard to find what that flavor is. Shiny Splash, which is like a blueberry lemonade. Watermelon Limeade, which is pretty basic. Sonic Peach Ring, so it's just a peach flavor. So they're a little weirder on their flavors, but I personally think they're pretty good. They're 300 milligrams, which is a lot, though. That's the one issue, is it's a lot of caffeine. Joe's Diners and Drive-Ins, 300 last night with the Sublime Focus. Nice. Congratulations, man, with that old Bowler's Mark code. Yeah, I should preface too, since I'm working with bowling.com now, I am not working with Bowler's Mart anymore, so that old link that we had is not going to work anymore. That is unfortunately probably turned off by now from Bowler's Mart, but that is, thank you everybody who used that in the past. That really helped me out a ton. It helped kind of showcase to Bowler's Mart, like, all right, man, yeah, this guy actually does have a little bit of, does have some people who don't hate him, which is, you know, a good spot to be. Balrog is a Jackal Ghost and Origin EX kind of in the same realm. Yes, absolutely. Those are kind of in the same boat. Jackal Ghost is a little quicker down lane though. Little bit quicker. Andrew, do you have high hopes for the Equinox or the V1? Yes to both. V1, I think, is just getting ignored. The Equinox Solid is also going to get ignored a little bit, but I think that one, if it's a good spot, that is more usable for a lot of people. I think that's a strong and smooth ball that's viable for a lot more bowlers than something like an Ion Max. While the Ion Max is one of the best balls on the market in terms of that strong, big ASIM, and I'm definitely going to be picking one up, the Equinox Solid is more usable for more bowlers who bowl on less oil. Now, so I have high hopes for them. I don't know how they'll do sales-wise, though. Nolan Ludwig, I'm bowling my first regional. What should I expect? Pick up your spares. Be ready to throw urethane. If everybody around you is throwing urethane, you pretty much have to throw urethane. And then be ready to get way left and throw it way right are the best tips that I have. Let's see. Pravada, currently trailing, and where I'm trailing, trees cover the light, and so it's completely dark. Oh, wow. That's wild. Love that. Joe, now you really got me hooked on mystery boxes. They're cool. They're such a cool idea. I need to talk bowling.com into doing mystery balls. I think they're a really cool idea. It's a win-win because the companies are able to get rid of some of their old inventory and bowlers get to gamble a little bit. We all like gambling in some way, shape, or form. YouTube, TikTok, I did not say that we are not gambling on this stream. Please do not flag me. But it is still good to do. Gabriel, I might get a replacement for my 3D attack I might replace my 3D attack for the assault. Very different bowling ball, so be ready for that. Kenlins, love the channel. So tired of sponsored channels. Every ball release is the best ball ever. So hard to tell when you have pros wrecking the pins every time. That's one of the toughest parts with ball reviews. It's kind of funny. I always get upset at whenever ball reviews start coming out because like, no, that's not telling me anything. I just like don't like what they're saying about a lot of them is just like, no, you're sending people in the wrong direction. Don't do that. But it's how it goes, unfortunately. I mean, if you have a salesperson, they're going to try to sell you whatever it is. That's what it is. And anybody who's sponsored getting the ball, they're trying to sell the ball a lot of the time. Now there are some that aren't, but a lot of them are trying to just sell the ball, which is fair. I don't blame them, but it's good to know that. Now, hey, Bowling Angeli, thank you so much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Now, I wish more people would say I did get this ball for free. I think that's something that we are missing in the bowling world a little bit. It is technically legally needed. Kelso, what layout would you suggest for a 3D assault? 4 3/4 inch pin. I'd go versatile. 40 by 4 3/4 by like 40. Kenneth Go, how would you compare the Cove with the ROCKSTAR? Weaker and even smoother than the ROCKSTAR. Cinnamon Chinchino, one of the best names on the internet. What ball would you recommend for a ball with someone with a high rev rate? Weaker. Weaker and smoother is a good play. Matthew, have you tried the Raging Gummy Fish, that phase Jeff flavor? They still have that out. I haven't tried that one, though. The ones that I tried before this were a lot of the gas station ones that you could find. So, like, I ordered a pack of the blueberry lemonade. Basically, it was the A-Dry flavor. And I'm really excited to try that one out. Really, really excited to see if that one's good or not. I hope it is. I really hope it is. I love that the Pokemon reference there too with I mean, A-Drive doesn't do Pokemon anymore, but that was pretty cool to see when that first came out. Chase Frazier, Ion Max, good for first game. Yes, that's where it's going to be best. Not going to be good later. Smitty, how does the reality check compare to the physics blackout? It is smoother than the blackout, or well, a little quicker and weaker than the blackout. Obsession Tour, it's also quicker and weaker than that. Mike, how do I stop drifting? Drift is not the biggest deal in the world. Drift is not going to hurt you that much. If you drift consistently, it's A-okay. But if you're inconsistent, that's when it's a problem. If you look at any professional bowler, they all drift. They all drift a little bit or a lot of bit. So it's okay to drift. Sean, deciding between the original Equinox and the Super Clutch. If you're speed dominant, go the Equinox. Definitely go the Equinox. The Super Clutch is a bit weak. Gone. We're all mentioning 300s, but I just someone shoot 281. Yes, let's go. I love that score. That is one of those bingo, those scoregami scores, getting a 281. Brian Tucker, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That is awesome. I love that so much. Jaybird, I'm struggling so much with it. When I was rolling without a thumb, it was goated. Now that I'm using my thumb, it's just mad. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry for that. Is the layout maybe bad since you switched from two-hand to one-hand? Wayne, you missed my effect question. Oh boy. Wayne, I'm trying to comment a bunch. I threw 300. No, we hit that one. Wayne, what? I like my strong B7 ASIMs. Oh, there it is. But I don't like the effect, and I hate the special effect. Is the mass effect going to roll less forward? No. It's going to roll more forward. Do not get that if you don't like the other two. Highly don't recommend that. All right. Bobby Waitley, with no urethane in my stable, what should I go with? Asymmetrical, symmetric? Go. I mean, if you're looking for a urethane replacement, you're not really going to find one. Really just urethane. Otherwise, symmetrical. Andrew, Deviate Pearl, my Hyperdrive Pearl, and my Attention Star are my go-tos. Attention Star S2, good. Didi, what type of ball is the RSTX3? It is a hybrid and asymmetrical ball. It fits in the strong and smooth camp. Cody, so your videos on arsenals for this type of bowler, how do you figure out what type you are? So I have a chart that I've had on a couple of my videos where it is, when have I posted it? I had it in my balanced bowling arsenal YouTube video. Sean K, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. I have had it in my, where have I had that thing? I've had it in a couple shorts with my balanced and rev dominant videos. So I'd recommend checking there. I have a chart that shows your ball speed off your hand and your rev rate to show where you fit. Nerdy Bowler, Pac-Man, and Mega Man flavors. I like the Mega Man flavor. That was like a bomb pop type flavor. That one was pretty good. Or no, what was the Mega? It wasn't Bomb Pop. Mega Man flavor G Fuel was, oh yeah, it was Blue Bomber Slushy. Yeah, it was supposed to be more of a blue raspberry, but it was more of like a Bomb Pop-ish. Ben, my friend gave me a Black Widow 2.0. Haven't bowled yet. Too sharp for house shot. I currently have a physics blackout. It'll be smoother than the physics blackout. Wayne, all mystery balls should just be purples. Just purple hammers for everybody. Everyone throws urethane. That would fit that one video that's now going big of like, should we ban all reactive balls? Like, they would love that. They would adore that. They would spend all the money they made on that video just to do that. Yellow, I have an IQ. I need something more aggressive. Yeah, Rockstar, Phase 2. Those two will be more aggressive. Kayla, my boyfriend shot 289 during league last night. He handled it better than I expected. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, that is the 10th and 11th shot. Or the 11th shot is the hardest, in my opinion, going for 300. That's where reality sets in. When you're standing up there for that second shot in the 10th, that's when it's like, oh boy. That's when you get kind of that feeling. So awesome to go 289 yet. That's really cool. Chase, thank you for the follow. Cinnamon Chinchino, is the Gremlin comparable to Hyperdrive? It'll be weaker, yes. So it is comparable, but it is just weaker overall. David Jones, what's with the trend late with people calling a ball of the year before it's even available? Dude, I don't know, man. I hate it. If I wouldn't, I already do not have almost any connections to other content creators. So like that, if I wanted to make a video like, guys, stop doing this. But it would not go well with the other guy. I would get blacklisted so quick. I already made a video saying if someone is saying this ball's ball of the year, don't do it. Like, I've done that a few times, so I can't keep doing it. But like, yes, if somebody says this is a ball of the year potential, do not listen at all. No ball is ball of the year right after they throw it. If I look up ball of the year right now on YouTube, right? We're going to YouTube. We're looking up bowling ball of the year. We have, okay, it's good. It's going to be a bunch of top 5 lists, but the bowling ball's on it. Yeah. I mean, Well, Charles, why did you post that for the bubblegum vibe, dude? Sure. Ooh, I had the stolen video of top 5 benchmarks from Brunswick. Yep. Yeah. Bowling ball year. Okay, ball of the year, hammer effect from Flanagan. I don't know why he did that. Strongest, no, that one doesn't count. Top 5 bowling balls. Top 10. Top 10. Where are they, man? Dang it. There were a lot of them, though. Yeah, I'm not finding as many as I was hoping for. Remade one of the best balls of the year. That's from Tang. Storm's most aggressive ball ever from the house, which is not true. The Equinox Solid is not their most aggressive ball ever. Yeah. A lot of it is clickbait. People are getting a little too hard on the clickbait end. But yeah, unfortunately, that's been a trend. Gabriel, who's your favorite WWE wrestler? Oh, I was a John Cena guy when I was watching through and through. I was Mr. John. I was a John Cena fan. Still am. He's an amazing actor. I love his acting. He's great with it. Bart watched 5 minutes of a ball review. And they said they just replaced our favorite ball, Rockstar. Or no, the Pearl doesn't replace this. Of course. Was that the Brad and Kyle one? You can tell me. Brad and Kyle, while they have one of the biggest followings, are not good with ball reviews. They didn't get there because of ball reviews. That's like when they, God, what ball did they call the strongest ball ever? I think it was the Ion Pro Solid. They called the strongest ball from Storm. It was like, what? Where did you get that idea, brother? Sheesh. BC, how do I play with my bubblegum vibe? I like the phase 2 and other smooth stuff. I just can't do the sharper movement. That, I mean, you might want to smooth it out. Get it to like 2000 grit might be better. Wayne, we need a collab with X in the pit. You each throw balls, the other one hates. Ion Pro Solid versus Cypher Pearl. And okay, no max effect for me. Oh, those guys said they were going to look me up after their last video. I'm curious if they did. They had no idea who I was when they were talking about the Cypher Pearl. It was kind of fun to watch where they were like, I don't know who this guy is. I've never watched his stuff before, but like, he doesn't like the Cypher Pearl. Like, yeah, because the ball is now on super sale, and I've gotten multiple comments from staffers saying this ball sucks. So, and Timmy with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Timmy. Appreciate it. 185 average, 1.5 year bag. Phase 2, Idle Pearl, Venom Shock, and Typhoon. Let me read the last bit of that. Suggestion for ball 1 on house shot. Honestly, phase 2 should be your ball 1 out of a house shot. But you did say, no, you didn't. You need something stronger. Equinox Solid is an option. Ion Max is also an option as well. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Seth White, C4 Skittles is on top. That one, that's a really good flavor, which isn't Skittles anymore because the brand deal went away. I think it's now like Rainbow, Cosmic Rainbow or something. It's basically their Skittles flavor. It's kind of funny how that works. TJ, does the Ember fit in the same part of the bag as a Stealth Hybrid? No, it's going to be a step below it. It's going to definitely be a step below it. Yofo, had I known how fast balls get discontinued after spending big bucks on the latest greatest, I'll wait on sale. Good call. I don't hate that. Beans building a 2-handed arsenal. Typhoon for weak. Which category does Summit Ascent fall? Which ball complements both? Typhoon for weak. Which ball does Summit? Summit Ascent will be medium smooth. What's a ball that fits with both of those? You might like a stronger Pearl to go above the Typhoon. Like an Ember. Watson, do you think if you have a low axis tilt, that would change what balls you use? Yeah, of course it does. Absolutely. Any way that you throw a ball will change what you like more than others. All right, we have a lot of comments, but I will get through a lot of the rest of the comments, but we are going to do a last call for questions. So throw any final questions you have down below in the chat, and I'll try to hit as many as I can before we're done. We'll be done in like 5-ish minutes or so. Grumpa, all my switch grip stuff doesn't feel right anymore, even with 4 different inserts. Had too much cover core, been drilled out of the plug, and re-drill going back to regular thumb. That shouldn't change almost anything. Is a little bit more of the ball taken out? Yes, but no one can actually notice that. So that might be more of a placebo effect than actually an issue. So I don't think that is just because of the turbo and taking more out of the ball. Yeah, because if you have 2 bowling balls, one of them is plug, or one of them has just the smaller hole, one has the turbo hole, you'll notice like half of a board of difference usually is about all it'll be. It's not a whole lot. Scrim, the one-handed bowling video about banning reactive. No, it is not AI actually. I think he gets some of his scripts from that, but from some AI stuff. But no, he's a real dude. He's a real dude. But yeah, that was the video where he said banning reactive. Andre, I'm bowling my first singles tournament. I do not have urethane. That's all right. It's okay if it's not a shorter pattern. Like I'm bowling a tournament this weekend and I know the pattern is over like 43 feet, so I don't need urethane. So you don't need it on a lot of stuff, but once that pattern gets below that 42-foot range, you probably need it. Cowboy up. What's the best house ball right now? Black Ops. I'm thinking about COD too much. COD Black Ops 7 beta, by the way. I loved it. I adored it. Cowboy Black Widow 3.0, good for it or too much? That might be a lot of ball. It should be okay for game 1 or game 2, but it might be too much for later in the day. Professor Turtle Guy, between the high road and surface or the new blue would be more versatile. There are only 2 options I've narrowed it down to. I would say the high road is more versatile. That'd be a little more versatile. Hey, Foam, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Jaybird. Yeah, I think it's the layout. My pro shop says I need to keep it at 2,000, but even with the surface, I'm struggling. Yeah, I think it might be better for sport then. It's probably the layout. Larry Tripp, what are your thoughts on the Pride Liberty? It's good. It's a good ball. It's in a weird spot, but it was decent. It was a really good house shot ball, not good for sport shots. Steve Ogden, sorry, late to the show. Is 3.0 a good ball for more oil? Yes. And Bart Builds, yes, it was Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, you will notice a lot of the pros, there's a good amount of them that like don't know bowling equipment very well, but they're just so physically talented that they just have a ball rep able to tell them and then they're good to go. Mr. Phil, $5 super chat. Thank you, man. You rock even if you pee sitting down. Oh, man. What would you recommend for a balance bowler between the Scorpion Strike and you said the GB5 and the Ember? Real time. Ebonite Real Time is a pretty good ball to fit there, I think. It's a little smoother than a lot of those Pearl ones, but a little later than a GB5. Thank you so much. Mike Mitchell, have you watched Gen V? No, I haven't. I haven't had time to actually sit down and watch Gen V. I kind of want to do it Friday. It's kind of weird because I need to, like, my girlfriend doesn't like watching it, but yet she gets addicted to or gets hooked to the show. So, like, I got to figure out if she's here or not. Like, we got to figure out if she wants to watch or not. So I don't want to watch like episodes 1 and 2 and then pull her in and rewatch them. I did that for Game of Thrones. I watched 5 seasons myself, fell in love, dragged her along and watched the first 5 seasons again just for that because it was so good. Playful, speaking of Cena, are you a fan of Peacemaker? I've never watched Peacemaker. I love the clips I've seen of it, but I've never sat down and watched it. I need to. I've had a lot of guys tell me I need to, but I haven't yet. Ben, what ASIM ball for House Shot League that's heavily discontinued that you recommend? Oh, Heckler. Deviate Heckler, for sure. Yeah. Gabriel, the only good rain flavor is white gummy bear. You are wild, man. Razzleberry is right there. Rainbow sherbet right there. And I know you don't like that one. Good fellow, I love my phase 2. Do I get another one or go with the ROCKSTAR? If you like it, once it's like starts puking out on you, get another. Dondrick, do the Dodgers get it done tonight? When do they start? They must start tonight, right? I mean, I love the Phillies. I want to see the Phillies because their stadium is so electric and like half of my Twins roster went to the Phillies. So I want the Phillies to make a royal comeback, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Although, didn't the Yankees do it? Didn't the Yankees make the comeback and they're going to a game 5? No. Oh, it's only game 4 tonight. My bad. And the Jays are up 2-1. So maybe not. CR, does Black Widow 2 or V1 equal phase 2 as a benchmark? It's a step below it. It's definitely a step below it. And Kelso got a question. Places like Bolero show ball speed. That's at the pins. That's at the pins. David Jones, you're doing such a great job. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Mike Mitchell, does color really affect hook potential? Yes, I did confirm with somebody from Brunswick that yes, ball color does change the reaction, but usually ball companies go through all the colorways to see which are good and which are bad with the cover stock, and then they only give you the good one. White cover stocks do not always hook earlier. Black cover stocks do not always roll better. Ricochet Pearl, for example. Lightning Blackout, for example. But they do change the ball reaction, but it's differently depending on the cover. Beastie, is it bad that I like my inserts a little below the first knuckle? No, not at all. That's okay. Kevin saw the harsh reality on sale. That's crazy. Would it fit with the Black Widow Pure Envy? It'll be right next to a Jackal Onyx, just smoother. Wayne, Happy New Year's Eve is on a Wednesday. Really? I didn't even think of that. Are you planning to do a 7-hour live stream? I mean, maybe. There's potential. I don't work that next day. I don't have anything on New Year's Day. I mean, I don't know of any parties going. I mean, I might have to stream a bit. I will be streaming, that's for sure. Mike Mitchell, hook potential and hook more. It's all good, man. Don't worry. Kayla, I hope the Phillies win tonight just so people at work aren't angry. Dude, that's one of the worst things. Like living in Minnesota after a Vikings loss, you can just tell everybody is more upset. It's kind of funny. I'm not a big guy with like who cheers for one specific team, so like it doesn't affect me in the slightest. I'm more of just like watching good sports. I'm a sports kid through and through, but I just like watching good games, so it's always entertaining. Matthew, is the 3.0 hybrid stronger than the effect? No, the effect is stronger actually. APF, is the Gravity Evolved a good ball for a third-year high school bowler? It's strong, super smooth, but it's still good. It's just, yeah, very strong, very slow. Francisco, where would the blackout fall? Strong and sharp. Kayla, people were depressed after the Eagles loss. Oh, you guys in Philly love your Philly teams, and I love the passion, but yeah, I can imagine that. Because it's the Ravens who are having just like an awful season, right? Ravens standings, right? I think they're 0-4. No, they're 1-4. Yeah, the Eagles had their first loss, right? They were 4-0. Seth White drunken stream. I have done that back in the gaming channel a couple times. All right, Matthew, I have a high-speed, medium rev rate. What do you recommend? You could have a lot of stuff, Matthew. There's a lot of good bowling balls out there. Tyler, would the AMP ROCKSTAR fit under the solid? Yes, it would. Wayne, 7-hour live stream where we only discussed the direct hit. That sounds like my hell circle. Like, that sounds like a hell loop if I've ever heard one. Please no. Stephen B, Venom Shock or Primal Ghost for the medium sharp? Neither for medium sharp. They're both going to be very smooth. You're going to want like the Primal Rage for that spot. Arth, can you talk about the Black Widow gray urethane? Why is it not so popular? Because it's not made stateside. It's just, yeah, it's not a ball that's stateside. The pink one is, but it's discontinued, so it just doesn't get much love. And higher flaring urethanes just are not good. Johan, do you watch any soccer? I do not. I am not a soccer guy. A couple guys around me that I work with are big soccer nuts. I'm just not. I just didn't grow up with soccer at all. I grew up with basketball, baseball, and that was about it. And Mike Mitchell, appreciate all you do. Absolutely, Mike. I'm glad you're here. Yes, Steven, for smooth, yes. I would go Venom Shock. I would personally go Venom Shock. All right. Whew, we're a little bit late, but that's a-okay. We are going to call the live stream on that. I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out today. TikTok, we're going to say goodbye to you first like usual. Want to give a huge thank you. Make sure before you go today, make sure to drop a follow, a subscription, whatever you want to do, whatever's free to help support the channel and get notified when we have new videos go live. We have a storm categorization guide going out tomorrow on YouTube. It's going to be a massive video. All the Storm bowling balls are going to be on it, except for the new ROCKSTAR Amped, because we made the video after that got announced, or before that ball got announced. But that is exactly how it's going to be. I hope you guys enjoy that video. I hope you guys enjoy a lot of the other videos coming in the next week. Otherwise, we will be live again next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time, talking about everything and anything in the bowling world. So TikTok, I want to say goodbye to you first. Sorry for the issues at the beginning of the stream. I want to thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, TikTok. All right, and that is it for TikTok. Otherwise, Kelso, thank you for the like and subscription. Josh, I have 7 questions real quick. Never. I will answer none of them, and you are going to like it. David Jones, how do you keep bears off your property? Paint it like an end zone? Ooh, that's just mean. It's true, but it's just mean. Have the Bears scored much this year? I don't even know. I'm not really playing fantasy football this year, and that was the main reason I knew how a lot of teams did. 25 to beat the Raiders. Oh, they beat the Cowboys 31-14. Oh yeah, they got hit by a train, otherwise known as the Detroit Lions, who are playing angry. Do not play the Detroit Lions when they're mad. It's a bad idea. Oh yeah, and the Vikings beat them 27-24. They're honestly scoring quite a bit this year. Their offense isn't doing bad, which is good to see. I love that for them. Their defense could do better. 24, oh, I guess 24, 14, 27. That's not bad. 52 is a little bit of an outlier. But we are going to call it on that. Thank you guys so much on all of the long form stations for watching the live stream today. We had a lot of people hanging out, answered a lot of questions. I really hope it's helpful. Let me know in the comments of this video, if you're watching this after the fact, if you have any questions about any kind of bowling stuff. I will answer every and any question you guys have. We'll send you back to a stream ending page. But otherwise, thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next one.